Thanks so much for joining us. This is our MeWe fair for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have metaphysical and wellness practitioners, intuitive practitioners gathered together. We're offering our work to you together. We're going to be introducing ourselves and sharing a bit about who we are and what we do. And we'll also be offering talks tonight. Sorry, someone's unmuted. Talks tonight, and we'll also have an intuitive panel where we answer questions from the audience. So each hour, we have generally the same thing repeated. We'll be introducing ourselves, giving you some, offering some talks, and answering your questions. And then all of our practitioners are also available to do sessions with you. They can do sessions tonight at the fair, and you also can sign up to do sessions later. I think all of us are offering our work at a discount. So there's a flyer, there's a link in the chat. You can see that we all have discounts on our work and what those are tonight. The practitioners are all labeled with a P in front of their name. Lola and I have A's in front of our names too. We're doing the admin, helping the event run tonight. And we're going to do something a little unusual in the second hour. So the first hour will be just like I described. The second hour, we're also going to get into breakout rooms so that you have a chance to interact more deeply with practitioners, and you'll have a choice of who to connect with. So you'll be sharing in the chat about who you want to connect with. And then the third hour, we'll go back to the regular pattern again, just so you know that that's coming. And we have a lot of different talks scheduled for you tonight. To give you an idea of the talks that are coming, there is your healing journey, listening to your inner and outer animals, law of attraction, abundance, why meditate, psychic abilities, what they're called and how to identify them, and experience the power and purpose of galactic light energy drawings. Those are just some of the topics. Oh, and then we also have Heart of Gaia, medicine for the earth. So lots of things happening tonight. All right, let's see. And so for those of you that are in Zoom, if you're not familiar with Zoom, if you're on the computer, the bottom left corner, there's a mute button. You can turn that on and off. There's a start stop video button. On the bottom, there's chat. So if you click that, you'll have a chat panel open and you can write to us in the chat. You can see a lot of information about the event tonight. The practitioners will be sharing some information. There's also going to be a link if you'd like to get entered into a drawing for a free 30-minute session with one of us of your choice. The link for that will be in the chat. And if you'd like to ask a question of our panel, we take questions from you, and you can submit them ahead of time if you want, or simply let us know that you'd like to ask a question and we'll get you on the list. We prioritize people who haven't asked a question in one of our MeWe fairs before. So if you're new in particular, get your question in. You can simply say that you'd like to ask a question, even if you don't know what it is yet, that's fine. All right, Tanya, Lola will get you on our list. That's great. And there's something else I was going to say about that. Yeah, it's great. And so you'll be able to just come online and share your question live, or you can write it in the chat and I can say it. And I should say someone else too, if you want to ask a question privately, anonymously, we did that in one of our other events, and you actually can do that too. If you write to Lola or me privately and say that it's private, we can write everything in code, so practitioners know that some of that might be happening, and then we'll just read your question and you'll get the answer. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah, let's see. So, in terms of finding everyone, because this might grow into be a big event. So if you click participants at the bottom of the screen also, another window will open on the right side, and you can see the list of everyone who's here. And it's usually alphabetized, and so the P's, all the practitioners, are together, so you can find us. And then Lola and I are right at the top. We list our names and our modalities, so you can find who we are and what we do. And many of us do like 6, 7, 8 things. So it's not all listed, but that'll give you a little bit of a glimpse of who we are and what we're about. Oh yeah. Okay, great. Well, let's go ahead and start doing our introductions. And I feel like I'm missing some basic thing. I guess if you leave at any point and you want to come back in, just go to jointhefair.com, whatever link you used to get in before. But jointhefair.com will get you here too. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do our introductions. Okay, so we'll start off with, and it's just about 30 seconds or so, everyone. 30, 40 seconds is great. We've got Brandy, and then Carolyn, and then Trilogy is the order we happen to be in today. All right, so Brandy, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Brandy Roberts. I'm an oracle. I am a Reiki master, and I'm a quantum energy healer. I read the words that people say through something called gematria, and sort of match that with their core, and then resonate that through Reiki and down through their body for a mind, body, spirit overall healing. and I work by donation only. Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Brandy. All right, so then Carolyn, Trilogy, and then Gabi.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Osborne. I'm an energy intuitive. I work with animals and with people. I'm a certified medical intuitive, a certified Acunet practitioner, and animal communicator. So I can do sessions on or readings in any of those versions tonight. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Carolyn. All right, so we've got Trilogy and then Gabi, and then Galactic Ashley might not be here yet, so Jennifer will be next.
Okay, hi, my name's Jennifer. I'm a yoga therapist and Reiki practitioner, and I use the two arts and combine them to assist people in releasing their trauma and their depression and bring them to a happier life. I work all sliding scale depending on what you have going on in your life. I want to be able to assist people of all different lifestyles. Yeah, so let me know if you need assistance. And I also do 15-minute sample sessions if that's something that will give you an idea of how my work looks and feels. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much, Jennifer. All right, let's go. So Trilogy and then Gabi, and then Galactic Ashley has joined us now. All right, so Trilogy.
Hello, I am Alicia with Trilogy, and I am offering tarot and intuitive readings, providing you guidance, whatever issues that you have in your life, allowing me to connect with your spirit guides, guardian angels, to give you a little guidance in the journey that you are undertaking in your current lifetime.
Great, thank you so much, Alicia. All right, so we've got Gabi, and then Galactic Ashley, and then Kendara.
Hi, I'm Gabi. I do intuitive readings and energy shifts. My website is doortothelight.com, and I would love to work with you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Gabi. All right, Galactic Ashley, if you're all set, go ahead and jump in, and then Kendara, and then myself.
Hold on, I unmuted myself, right? Yep, okay. Hi, I'm Galactic Ashley, and I channel divine guidance for star seeds, connecting them to their star families and galactic lineages. Tonight, I am offering $25 off of my star sessions, as well as 10% off of my upcoming light language class, which is a 10-week program that's starting in August. And I will post the information in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Galactic Ashley, and thanks so much, Shanna. We got your question. I really appreciate people asking questions. Lovely. All right, so we've got Kendara, myself, and then Maria. Kendara, are you all set to jump in? You are great.
Now I'm unmuted. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Kendara. I offer tarot, I Ching, belief shifting, and intuitive. Tonight I'm offering readings for $1 a minute, which is about 30% off, and my website is kendaralaurel.com. Glad to be here.
Great, thank you so much. All right. Well, so I'm going to share, and then Maria, and then Psychic Paris, and then Susie. All right. So I'm Lorelei Shamayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. With my intuitive eye readings, I describe what I see in you, in your eyes, with a set of thrive types called, so I'm not speaking clearly today. Let me start over again. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. What I read in your eyes, I describe with a set of archetypes called thrive types. I'm looking at your talents, your motivation, how you communicate, how you make decisions, how you protect yourself, all kinds of things. So I'm able to share your purpose, your life purpose, and answer questions on your career path. I'm able to look at other people in your life and answer questions about relationships. I'm able to do matchmaking, so I can help you see, look at exes and tell you about partners that I think would be much better for you and help you find them, identify them, all kinds of things. Lorelei Shamayo, intuitive eye reader, and I help run the event. I want to ground a little bit more. All right, great. Let's see, so we've got Maria coming up, Psychic Paris, and then Susie.
Hi, I'm Maria O'Malley, and I'm a spiritual, intuitive, and psychic medium. I also mentor people who are wanting to develop their intuitive gifts, whether it's doing intuitive readings for themselves or others, or developing psychic abilities, mediumship abilities. And also, if people are interested in energizing their professional practice, if they're already a practitioner in the intuitive arts. So I welcome you tonight, and thanks for coming. I'm going to be putting my information in the chat tonight. So if you'd like to connect with me, feel free. I'm doing all readings this summer on a donation basis.
All right, great. We'll get that updated on their information too. All right, let's see. So next we've got Paris, Susie, Wendella, and then Wyatt. So is Paris here? Yeah, Lola, I hadn't seen Paris yet. Maybe you mentioned that up in the chat earlier. All right, Susie, let's go. Susie, then Mandela, and then Wyatt.
Okay, hi, I'm Susie Parker Goins with Blue Lightning Healing. I'm a channel, so I help you establish relationships with your spirit guides. So while I can talk for them, I want to I want to give you the tools you need so you can continue to work with your guides on your own. I'm also an energy healer, so I do Reiki and crystals. One of my favorite things, though, is to look at past lives and to help you resolve them. Integrate the wisdom from those lifetimes so that those lessons are learned and you can move forward. I also have a podcast on anchor.fm, and I'll make sure I get that link in the chat in a bit. But I'll cover topics on Thursdays and then a meditation on Monday. And this Monday's meditation is going to be tools for empaths to help navigate through these interesting times. So I look forward to seeing y'all, to talking to you, and thanks.
That's great. Thank you so much. All right, we've got Wendella and Wyatt, and then we'll go back to Psychic Paris.
Hi, I'm Wendella. And first of all, is my text going the right way?
Visible, and it is going the right way.
I did an entire event where everybody was very polite, and at the end of the event, somebody said, you know, it's been backwards the entire event. It's like, oh my. I'm Wendella. I'm a psychic medium. I've got over 20 years experience on and off. And I'm offering psychic readings tonight and talk, I guess. I didn't know I was doing on psychic abilities and how we can recognize them. And I also do spiritual assessments. We can, if you hit me up, we can figure out what your abilities are and how to develop them further. Thank you. And my information will be in the chat.
Great. Thank you so much, Wendella. All right. So then we've got Wyatt and then Psychic Paris.
There we go. I'm unmuted. Hi, I'm Wyatt, Sacred Cycle Healing. I am a shamanic practitioner. Basically, that means healing the spiritual light. I do extraction, soul retrieval, soul remembering. I do some death and dying work, like basically a death doula of sorts. Compassion, depossession. I also do a lot of tarot reading and helping you just really getting ready for your own healing journey, whether that means bringing back information from the other worlds and the spirits, or just a nice shamanic talk, like a shamanic counseling session. That's what I do, sacredcyclehealing.com, and you can, I really am excited to connect with you guys.
It's great. Thank you so much, Wyatt. All right, let's see. So Paris, I understand that you have arrived. Where are you? Paris, there's a rumor that you're here. I don't see you yet, though. All right, well, you haven't jumped in. Well, let's see. So that's who's here tonight. We might have one more practitioner join us. So all of us are available tonight. We are answering your questions, offering free educational talks, and we're available to do sessions. And if you're interested in a practitioner, it so supports us if you do a session with us. We give so much of this away today for free, and by doing sessions with us, it supports us to continue to do this. So thank you so much. Also, if you don't mind, you're welcome to help share and share with other people what we're doing and encourage more people to come. It's great. It really supports our community. There's a link that's going to be going in the chat that shows the flyer with all of the practitioners' contact info. So you can contact any of them directly in the chat. You can see their contact info for reaching out to them later. They have links to their websites and all those kinds of things. Some of us will also be putting more detailed information in the chat for you. So we have a series of talks we'll be doing. We'll go into breakout rooms at some point later. Excuse me, so you can have deeper, smaller conversations with practitioners. And we're all here the whole night. If you'd like to ask a question of us at the intuitive panel, we'll be doing that in about 10 minutes or so. We have a few people in line. We give priority to people who are new, who haven't been at our fairs before. So particularly if you're new, jump in and ask a question. And if you have asked before, it's all right. You'll get on the list and you'll be, next in line when we start with people who've been here before. Let's see, let's go to our first talk of the evening. So we're going to have an extra long talk with Carolyn. So it's your healing journey, listening to your inner and outer animals. Carolyn, let's see, and you wanted to share your screen, right? Let me make you a co-host.
Okay.
All right, you are a co-host, so you should be able to share your screen now, I think, right?
Not yet.
I'll double check.
No.
No, okay, let's do it again. Maybe I made someone else a co-host. All right, there you go. Yep, I made Brandy a co-host. And as you're getting set up, I'll just say beautiful colors. I'm excited.
Yes. All right. And we're off. Okay. So again, I'm Carolyn Osborne of Chiron Energy Medicine, Energy Intuitive. Good evening and thank you for being here. I invite you to embark with me on a short journey to stir your imagination, deepen your awareness of everyday life, and gain new understanding of what is possible with energy medicine. Tonight, we are going to explore the healing journey, listening to your inner and outer animal. What does this mean? Well, many of us have the joy of caring for an animal in our lives. You may have a household of pets right now, possibly a brand new puppy, an older cat, a bird who sits on your shoulder, or even a horse you rush to the barn to ride as often as you can. When we live with animals, we are mesmerized by their quirks, and they with ours. But we often wish we could communicate better with them. They want that too. Others may not live with an animal now, but vividly recall a pet they had years ago who has since passed, creating a treasure trove of memories that hold a special place in your heart. I have seen it over and over, being guided and learning to listen to what these animals or animal spirits want you to know can powerfully enrich your daily life. From lessons in love or patience to extraordinary insights that can reveal themselves powerfully, you might experience a physical and emotional healing, or even mental clarity, helping to prepare you to meet obstacles that arise in daily life.
By the way, I just want to mention, I'm not sure, Carolyn, if it's you, maybe something keeps touching the microphone area and it's making some background noise, so you might want to be careful of where things are.
All right. Okay. How do I get this to move?
Yeah, and maybe just hit escape, because I know that it's something's having trouble.
Something's not working.
Right,
Okay,
something. Okay, great.
Okay, sorry. What will the healing journey reveal? People, cultures, and communities have always closely observed animals, attributing profound qualities to them as a way to teach others to value these qualities. The qualities listed here are strongly identified with certain animals who are considered icons or symbols, reminding people to pay attention to what they represent. They remind us what is possible for human beings to integrate and master within. Many indigenous and spiritual communities teach their children to carefully observe animals as a way of respecting nature and the important qualities we need, like courage, nurturing, loyalty, leadership, and of course, healing. Animals may not speak human words, but they can express upon us the importance of what we need to know if we learn how to observe and listen. We are going to focus on a few animals tonight and briefly touch upon some of the key messages they bring us when we live with them, think of them, or cross paths with them unexpectedly in daily life. Have you ever had the joy of a butterfly landing on you for a moment? It feels quite special. Or an animal may wander into your imagination and won't leave until you listen to their message, or sometimes their warnings. In each of the coming images, you will see 3 animals representing 3 levels of intuition or maturity. You'll see an iconic animal symbol, then the adult version like us, and finally a childlike aspect. In our lives, we learn lessons intuitively, gaining access to what can help us at any given moment. The whale, dolphin, and koi. From huge to tiny, water creatures live in an entirely different world than we do. But we are so aware of them, and they us, that we see some powerful qualities in them. Yes, each animal may have a symbolic attribute, but we only highlight one here. The whale shows up in your dreams, thoughts, or adventures. It often wants you to open up with your own creative life by navigating deep emotional depths and wisdom. Dolphins are so magical and considered more than merely playful and smart. They are generally kind to us, greeting us and swimming with us or our boats. Do you ever wonder why koi ponds are so respectfully tended by their owners, especially in Asian cultures? They represent prosperity, and that does take careful tendering. Bears. In the mountains or icy waters, life requires the right installation. For little kids, teddy bears are the best friends to keep you emotionally well insulated, feeling safe, thus well nurtured while you sleep. Bears are highly respected among native cultures, symbolizing patience, leadership, and protection, which tribal members seek to emulate in their own lives. Think of the qualities of a mama bear. Campers and modern hunters may not be taught those connections, thinking only in smaller terms of their own food supply or trophy goals. Yet bears have major messages for humanity about living in harmony with and gratitude for nature. As individuals and communities, we must learn such respect. So keep your eagle eyes open for messages from these winged symbols. Do you seek more command of vision, wisdom, or patience in your life? Use these bird totems to look for greater clarity from a different and higher perspective. If you relate to any of these compelling flyers, they have fine feathered messages for you. Cats, feisty felines at any size. Anyone who ever lived with a cat knows how willing they are to teach us daily lessons about seemingly opposite qualities of independence and curiosity. While very few people live with lions, they have been symbolic icons as far back as in history as we go. Who doesn't know the story of the cowardly lion from The Wizard of Oz? What did he want most? Courage. But it looked nothing like what he expected. Yet he learned to have courage, and people still relate to his quest decades after his film debut. What is it about dogs? They are always so ready to be with people and each other, their personal pack. Consider the attributes they symbolize. From the wild wolf, guardianship, family, and teamwork. From domesticated dog members of you, your household, loyalty. Canines have unlocked the secrets to why can't we all just get along, and so much more. For dogs, every day is brand new and primed for unconditional love, fun, and adventure. We should all take a page from their book of life. Dogs bond to their very core with other dogs and animals, and often even more deeply with their people. If there's something off in your world or your health, dogs want nothing more than to fix it for you. They are very often your mirror. So the best thing you can do is learn to listen and watch for their cues. It takes patience and practice, but so worth it. A horse is a horse, of course, unless it's a unicorn.
Sorry, Carolyn, I want to just jump in one quick thing. Someone did ask, and I was wondering too, are you wanting to have different slides, or are you wanting us to all see the same slide the whole time?
Are you not seeing the slides?
We're not seeing the slides.
That's weird. Okay.
So maybe unshare and share again, and share the top left. It's a screen or desktop, and that way we'll see whatever window you want us to focus on.
All right, hold on.
I kind of wondered about that too. Thank you so much for asking, the person for asking. Yeah, so share again, but on the top left, click. Yeah, it's either screen or desktop.
Oh,
I know we'll see everything then, but you can choose to focus on the window that you want us to watch.
Okay, so share my screen first.
Yeah, let's share your screen. Okay, now which thing? So, okay. Yes, and now we can see. And let's see, actually, the transitions thing on the right, if you can get rid of it, it's not all fitting to the screen right now.
I know.
So I wanted to.
Yeah.
Put it over there. Local mood.
Sorry, I don't understand what the background.
Work's all done, but they're quickly.
Okay.
Better?
Yeah, that's better. It's fitting now. Okay, so maybe, do you want to just show us some of the slides that we didn't get to see and then jump back in?
Let me go back. Okay, here's the first.
Yeah, it was just on the.
All right, so there's that. That's the whole overall, looking at it, the different qualities. Then we have the whales, fish, dolphin.
Click on each one. You have to click. Okay, great. Whales. Mm-hmm.
Then this is the bears. I'm so sorry you didn't get to see that. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Then we have the eagle, owl, and canary. Then the cats, lions, and kitten. The wolves, dog, and puppy. And then I was just at the horses and unicorns. So do you want me to continue or?
Yes, please go ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much who asked.
Yes, thank you. I'm so sorry you missed all that. Okay, so among the many animals I love, horses open my heart so wide. My horses have generously taken it upon themselves to teach me so much daily. From a young foal's willingness to run in infancy to discover life, to the mature power of adult horses, they have a special relationship with humanity. They literally allowed us to civilize on so many levels, from traveling on their backs much farther than we could ever walk or run ourselves, to farming crops, to hauling goods over long distances, to having partnerships with them for sporting games and events. So present in our lives, horses were elevated eons ago in human imagination into the realm of the magical and miraculous, as Pegasus, unicorns, and even morphing into centaurs. So the desire people have to escape a child's small world and become fully self-expressed draws us to the butterfly. For when we are tiny toddlers waiting, forever it seems, to take our place in the world as fully independent beings, we look to others for clues about how to accomplish growing up. When we are young and still innocent, we want to be older and full of swagger and polish so that we see in the people we revere. They've created their own persona. When we get older, we wish for renewed youth so we can do right the next time. But the butterfly in its transformational journey lives life naturally, always going forward to the next transformation. We human beings have the key if we are willing to build character. People who listen to the wisdom of their inner and outer animals learn to understand how to use the messages they receive. They learn to pay attention and be patient, even if they don't initially understand. Such people are developing the practical value of their intuitive gifts. All the iconic qualities mentioned here and more, symbolized by the animals in tonight's presentation, are opening us up to new healing and wisdom. Just as the newborn puppies, kittens, baby birds, and foals must learn how to navigate life, so must we. This doesn't happen in isolation. It helps to be guided whenever we are developing our intuition and healing awareness. You can learn how to trust it and bring it into everyday life with the help of your inner and outer animals. Before we finish, I have one more story to share, provides insight into why I am so passionate about doing this work. Chiron, the wounded healer. If you are familiar with Greek mythology or astrology, you have most likely heard of Chiron, the centaur. He is half-brother to Zeus and thus a demigod. In astrology, he is a planetoid that has its orbit between Saturn and Neptune, and he is symbolized as the wounded healer. It represents our deepest wound and our efforts to heal that wound. Chiron was a healer and teacher who, ironically, could not heal himself. You often see him with the symbol of a key to unlock your hidden wound. So I use Chiron to represent my business. I am a practitioner of energy medicine of both people and animals. I am using the symbol of Chiron to represent my practice since I resonate with the aspects of Chiron being a healer, teacher, as well as the musical and astrological influences he also represents. I love the symbol because I treat both people and animals or horses. He is part horse and human, which is the best of both worlds. Following in Chiron's path, I encourage you to strengthen your awareness of the messages and energy coming from within or from animals who cross your path and from the animals who enter your life for a longer stay. The healing journey is your pathway to balanced energy and empowerment, giving you opportunities to be in natural harmony with yourself and others. My offer to you, I am always available to answer your questions. I am here tonight to do short readings or sessions. And I also can do a phone or email consultation. On my website, you will find 2 free mini courses that you are invited to connect with. So many thanks. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. So sorry we didn't get the images all sorted. I'm glad we got to see them though, they're beautiful. All right, well, let's see. So we, and by the way, so Lola's electricity went out. She is the person that helps me do the admin in these events. So it's just gonna be me up here. So a few things might take just a little bit longer. All right, let's see. So we're gonna do some of our intuitive panel right now. So we've had a few people ask questions. And so let's see, let's say a little bit more. So some of you joined today. So you're at the MeWe Fair for Metaphysics and Wellness, Energizing Body, Mind, Heart, and Soul. We have about 12 or so practitioners here tonight. We did quick introductions earlier. We'll all share again in a little bit. That was one of our talks. We'll have a number of talks tonight, and we'll be doing the intuitive panels. We'll be answering your questions. Yeah, that's a great question. I might want some help. We'll see. Let's see how this goes. And I was just going to say, oh yeah, so, and we're all available to do sessions as well. So I will repost the link that has the flyer. Oops, sorry, as people join, I got to mute people. So we have a flyer that lists contact info for all the practitioners. So that you so we're all available to do sessions. Some of us are available to do sessions tonight, and some of us you can purchase sessions to do at a later time. So I'm one of those people. The flyer has all of our contact info on it, so it's easy to get in touch with us. And you also can write to us in the chat. I'm going to put the link in here right now with the flyer. Here we go. And yeah, so that should be available to you. You can see it and all of our contact info. So if you want to reach out to us later too. And so to give you a demonstration of how we do our work and what we do and how we're different and how we're similar and you know, amazing of how we come up with similar things coming from different directions. So when we prioritize questions from new people who have not asked questions before in our MeWe fairs or haven't asked a question for a while, and we've got 2 questions from some new people right now. I think we've got Tanya and Tiana have both asked questions. And so when you ask a question, you can share it in the chat, or you're welcome to come, show your video if you want and speak up and ask your question. We'll probably have maybe 4, 5, or 6 practitioners answer. And to kind of a context. So you'll ask a question and we may go deeper than you intend for us to go here. Keep in mind that this is public. If you want to have a private conversation, it's great to do a session with one of our practitioners. So we may go deeper than you want us to go, or we may talk about other topics that we see as related, but not what you initially asked about. And we want to honor you. If you don't want us to go that deep, if you don't want us to talk about those topics, please let us know. If your video is on, just start letting us know this way. Jump in, share your voice and let us know, write in the chat. We still want to honor you. That's the most important thing. And yeah, and so let's see. Oh, and also I encourage all of you to learn from every question that's asked, from every answer that's given. See what's here for you and how is this of value to you. And then also we believe that everyone's intuitive. And so when someone asks a question and we're answering, information may appear for you. We request that you let the attention be up here with the panel, with us. And then if you want, you might want to write down what comes through for you. Sometimes, floats away if you don't do something with it. And if you want, when we're done answering that person's question, you can always write them a private chat and ask them if they want to know what came through for you. And please honor whatever it is that they share. They may be full and they may not want any more right then. All right, I'm getting more text from Lola. Okay, great. Check that out. Yeah, multiple zip codes in Portland been out. So fortunately, it's no one else here. All right, well, let's see. So Tanya, let's see where Tanya is. It's Tanya. Whoops. All right, my video. Okay, there we go. I'm back on. Is Tanya here? Where did Tanya go? Oh, yeah, Tanya's here.
Yes, I'm here.
Great. All right. So you've got the first question. So what is your question?
Okay, awesome. So it's kind of more of a personal question.
And personal questions are great. We love those.
Yeah. Okay. So I recently, probably a few months ago, I met somebody new and we've been talking a lot, and he is from Portland, but has now moved to a different state. It's been a couple years since he's moved, and ironically, I had been thinking about moving there. So things are going well, and we feel very connected to each other. We're both pretty intuitive and very much on the, like energetic kind of, I want to say level of life where we have that deeper understanding of spirituality and whatnot. But things are moving kind of fast. And if I move there, well, I have a son as well. And I have him full time and he's always going to be with me. And so I'm just kind of wondering, like, if there's anything that comes through for any of you as far as the relationship goes. I'm pretty excited about it, but I also want to make sure that I don't move too fast as far as like with my son being in the picture. So yeah, I'm just curious if anything comes through.
That's great. And by the way, I'll say too, I'm an intuitive eye reader. So if you could text me a photo of you and a photo of him, that would be great. And so if you want, you can share it on the screen, but you're also welcome to share it by text so you don't have it go public because we're recording. So my number's in the chat too, if you want to send a text. Well, let's see. And so practitioners, if you'd like to answer, you just raise your hand in the software and I'll know that you are wanting to answer. We've got a couple of you in line. Okay, great. So Brandy, go ahead and feel free to answer Tanya's question. Take like about a minute or so. So we have space for a number of practitioners to go. All right, go ahead.
Okay, and hi. I want to ask a clarifying question because I didn't follow you about the move, the boyfriend, and the child. I'm not sure for how you worded it, what your priority is. If you're asking about the relationship in reference to being okay with the son, that feels good. If you're asking about the relationship and if you both are, I'm really not sure what aspect of that you're wanting clarity on. Can you clarify that? Because when you brought in the son, it changed the dynamic.
Yeah, sorry. So I brought in the son because if I were to move, so right now I'm actually living with my parents in their home. So I have a little bit more leeway, and I also have, daycare set up and all that. But if I were to move,
Oh, I see.
obviously I'd be there with him, with the man, but also with my son a lot more. So I don't want to, bring him into it too soon. Um, and I'm still unsure of if I'll be moving. So if I'm not,
and I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but does that mean that you're considering moving without your son? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
no. Basically what I'm asking is if I were to move, it would be with my son, but I would have less time alone, where there's no daycare or family and things like that.
Okay, I'm sorry. So what you're looking for is a balance between losing the support system and gaining a relationship along with your child, and how to balance the three of that. Is that what you're really trying to do?
Yeah. And I'm also just trying to see if maybe the move is right for me, or if that's too fast, because it's not for that relationship. It just so happened to be in that same place. So I'm just kind of wondering if that would be a good idea for me to make the move, and obviously move forward with the relationship.
So I feel like the relationship is about the fifth thing that you're really seeking in there. So for me, energetically, from what you've said, I would say that there's a lot more concern about logistics than love. And I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, and I kind of feel that myself, but I'm kind of wondering, because that's the determining factor of if I would be moving or not. It's the logistics. But if that were all figured out and I was to move, I'm just wondering if that's going to be, a good idea to sort of pursue that, considering that my son would be brought into it a lot sooner than I logically would in relationships, because I don't like to bring my son in too quick.
And I'm probably really out of time, but if I could just summarize, I didn't hear you really discuss love in there at all. So you've got a support system with family, you've got a lot of concerns about the move, and I didn't hear you say love in reference to the relationship. So I sort of believe that you just sort of told a story about what your bigger concerns are. And right now it feels like a support system. And I'm going to let myself go at that, let someone else speak.
That's great, Brandy. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we all have diverse perspectives, and yeah, so let's see. So we've got Wyatt, Jennifer, Maria, and I'll probably have something too. So thank you, Brandy. All right, Wyatt, go ahead.
All right. So Tanya, I want to double check something real quick. So I work a lot with the wind and the spirit of the wind. So I want you to think of a direction real quick and tell me. Tanya, I think you're muted.
Yeah, she's muted, but.
Oh, sorry. I thought of west.
West. Okay. Interesting. So west is the wind of death and endings. What I had drawn is the card of guidance, the wind of Yelena, who is Turkish. And what she or he really works with is pausing, reflecting, and accepting. Within shamanism and a lot of spiritual beliefs, you have the answers within you. It is whether you're being ignorant to them. So something I'm getting with the west wind of Yelena is to sit with yourself with this and really think, reflect, and accept what you already know and what you're ignoring. And I don't know if that's like maybe the love or maybe this move, but who knows? Maybe the winds of change are in your favor. Is something that you should decide though.
That's really interesting, because my mother's name is Yelena. And she's, it's very hard for her to let go. and I'm kind of like, it's time for me to go. So that's really interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's great. Thanks, Wyatt. All right, we've got Jennifer, Maria, Gabi, and myself.
Hi. Tanya, my question to you is, it sounds like you're looking at timing as well as kind of tuning, like similar to what Wyatt said, is the idea of tuning into yourself and looking within for your answers a little bit. Is what are you looking for the move to do? Are you looking for more clarity, or are you looking to leave the nest and move at the same time? Or is there something completely different you're looking for? Because it sounds like there's more than one thing up in the air for you. And I honor your idea of waiting for things to be right and not going too soon with your son. But it sounds like there's something else that's holding you back. And my thoughts are kind of sit with that and see what pops up for you. Maybe take a trip to the beach or something and see what comes up for you. Am I along the right lines for you somewhere there?
Yeah, definitely. So I think a couple of the determining factors for me, I was saying as far as logistics is, I'm working on basically building up a business. And so it's just the time factor. I should know within a month. And if that's set within that month is, that's when I'm gonna go, right? But other than that, I feel like I'm pretty ready, as far as leaving the nest. I know that it's really time for me to go. So yeah, that's kind of it. And also a little bit school, the whole school thing. Who knows what's going to happen with that though? But as far as my son.
Makes sense. Yeah, I hear the idea of finding some space away from other people and maybe kind of seeing what comes up for you. Meditate or go near the water or mountains or something like that and see what feels like your most prominent reason to move. And yeah, going with that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Well,
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Sorry, Tanya, did you say something we didn't hear?
Oh no, I was just saying thank you.
Okay, great. Let's see. So we've got a bunch of us in line, Maria, Gabi, and Kandara. So by the way, Trilogy, I might, your talk's going to be a little bit later. I might move it to the beginning of the next hour. I'm not quite sure yet. Just wanted to let you know. Okay. So yeah, Maria, Gabi, Kandara, and myself.
Hi, Tanya. I'm not telling you what to do or whatever. I'm just telling you the energetic feeling I was getting when you were talking. And I did feel energy extending from your heart to this other person's heart. And that felt good. But the moment you talked about your son, I feel this heavy sinking feeling in my heart. And I'm not sure. I think it's maybe energy that he would feel about moving at this time. And you mentioned timing and maybe the timing, whether it's right or not, only you know. But I do feel this heavy feeling. I just wanted to convey that to you. And it could be something else I'm picking up. It could be, just the difficulties separating from having lived at your parents with your son and that kind of thing.
All right, great.
Yeah,
thanks.
Thank you for mentioning that. Sorry.
You're welcome.
I realize the time is kind of limited. But
go ahead. If you want to say
definitely
something
feel
briefly,
that.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's with my son and sort of the separation, with that, because he actually doesn't see his own father anymore. So being with my family has been a huge support system. But I think for me personally, I'm kind of at that point where it's like, I need to do this for me, and I have talked to my son about it as well. And he's like, yeah, I want to move because we have some really good friends there, so yeah, thank you for mentioning that.
Welcome.
Okay, great. Thanks, Maria. All right, we've got Gabi, Kandara, and myself.
Okay, hi. The energy I pick up the most is confusion. In the beginning, I felt fear underneath your question, but everything seems really, really confusing. And also for us practitioners, it's that much easier to answer if it's one clear question at the time. Because if you combine 5 questions, there might be 5 different answers, and then it's hard to just put it all together. I don't see that it's the right time for you to move or for your son to move. I don't know if the relationship is developed to that point that you really want to pursue it and make a move. And in general, like when you're not sure, that's a no, not a yes. And that's what I heard from you, that you're not sure. So it translates for me to a no.
Yeah, that makes sense. And there definitely is still a lot of things that I need to work out, which I think is where the confusion comes from, because again, just the logistics of it. And yeah, I realized I did kind of throw in a bunch of different dynamics in there. So thank you for clearing that up a bit.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Gabi. All right, Kandara, and then me.
Hi, Tanya. The thing that I kept noticing when you were asking was the timing. And I just keep getting it's too soon. At least I would think more about the business and doing the other things, because if the relationship is growing and developing, it's not going to be affected whether or not you move. So it would feel right to just have everything in order a little more. I keep getting January very strongly for you. So you absolutely have free will, but less is more. And I would really wait till you have everything else in order. Because if the relationship's there, it'll still be there. So I hope that helps a little bit.
Definitely. Thank you.
Okay, great. Then I have a little bit that I'll share too. And you sent me photos. Thank you so much for sending me photos. Let's see. I agree with so many different things that people shared. Just before I look at the photos, your energy did have a shift when you mentioned your son. It was almost, I feel sad, but it's almost like a little bit more of an afterthought of, like, I wonder if in some ways you feel burdened by caring for your son. And like that your energy wants to go in different directions and that you haven't fully resolved that. So that's just part of what I feel. So if I look just at the relationship and the relationship question, in many ways, you're really aligned in the way I match people, and that's really exciting for me. So when you talk about the deep connection you have and that you're both spiritual, like energetically sensitive, that makes so much sense to me and what I see in your eyes. You both have a talent that I call priest or priestess. It's about inspiration, vision, passion, motivation. And I think it's so important to have talents in common. And just a lot of different traits that I see are similar. The one thing that makes me a little concerned, and this is just one photo, there's a little bit of the energy in his forehead and in the angle of his body that there's almost like a little bit of a swagger or a little bit of an arrogance. And I just worry a little bit that there's a little bit more of a vulnerability that you'll have. It just the way you're asking your questions and your setting, like your context, I can feel some of that possibly too. While he looks like he's very aligned to you, there's just a subtle thing that I don't quite trust. And that leads me then, even though I'm so excited about relationships that are aligned, that I think taking a bit more time, and it doesn't have to be a lot of time, but a little bit more time seems like it would be a good thing. And it looks like it has possibility. You really want to see how consistently does he show up? How is he with other people in his life? Does he sometimes get a little more like brusque and pushy and like frustrated with people and have them just tosses them aside. There's something about that I can't quite figure out. There's something called spiritual bypassing, where people aim to be like show up as more conscious than they actually really are and what they've integrated. There might be a little of that going on with him. And then one other thing I'll share, that with everyone else sharing, I don't think this is true anymore, but part of what could come up too is we all have a level about how good we'll let things get. It's called our upper limit. And when things are better than we know how to be with, we sabotage and bring things back down. So on the one hand, if you are so much more aligned than you've been with another partner, part of it may be you're scaring yourself because it seems so good, because it is so good. So all these different kinds of things could be going on. So I know I don't necessarily give you like a crisp, clear, like that's it. I want to give you some pieces around which, yeah, to be with things. Any
Yeah,
comment?
no, that's great. I definitely resonate with pretty much everything you said. I think that sort of vulnerability and sort of distrust, I feel because of the fact that it's better than a lot of the things that I've had. And again, with my son, it's like, it is that vulnerability, you know, and I definitely want to be sure that I'm bringing him into something that's healthy for him as well. And then you also did kind of mention, you know, sort of the energetic split with me and as far as my son. And it's because I feel like, you know, I'm sure a lot of mothers can understand this. It's about him, you know, putting him first and doing things for him. And I'm like, I just want to do something for me, you know? So yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And I think that in some ways, you know, I'm not a mother, so I haven't been through this journey myself, but I think it's a dance where you so have to honor you and be a human too, and you're modeling that for your child, and then being there for your child and the bond that you feel with your child, and the mixture of so many things. Yeah. So how do you do both? Yeah. All right, great. Well, let's see. We've got a few minutes before the hour, and I think that, let me go back. And by the way, thank you so much for asking your questions. Great. Really gave us an opportunity to share a lot of different perspectives and ways we approach things. Really great. Let's see. So
Yes,
trilogy.
thank all of you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. All right. So trilogy, I'm attempting to remember. Is yours a 6-minute talk, or yours is longer? Yours is a longer talk?
It's a 6-minute talk.
Okay, great. Let's do it. Let's have you do your talk now, and then we'll do our introductions afterwards. All right, go ahead. So if you're all set, you've got the floor.
Okay.
Do you need to share your screen or anything like that, or are you?
Did you go ahead and make me host?
Yeah, I'll make you a co-host. Hold on one moment.
Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah, you're a co-host now. And everyone, Trilogy is joining us for the first time too. So a couple of different practitioners that are with us for the first time.
Let's see. Can you guys all see the screen?
Yep,
The slideshow?
you're on the slideshow. It's great.
Okay, awesome. So I am bringing the topic of law of attraction. And most commonly, we are going through life wanting to experience love, wealth, success, health, and happiness. And law of attraction includes all of these things and so much more, okay? So in a way, you are the creator of your reality because everything that exists in this universe is energy. Your phone is energy, the table is energy, every single person in your life is energy. So whatever you focus your attention on, you basically draw in, okay? So if you're focusing on wanting a new car, you're actually sending out a vibrational frequency into the universe, communicating with the universe, I want something to match that frequency, okay? So you're becoming into alignment with the frequencies you're pushing out, okay? So when we are born into this world, we were born with zero limitations. And as we grew older and grew up, being surrounded with our families, belief systems, rules and regulations, we call that programming. We call that data input, okay? So we become conditioning individuals. So we have a limitation create within us from all this data being plugged into us. So we do not become aware that these limitations create boundaries of us manifesting things into our lives. But we do have the ability to wipe the slate clean and start controlling every experience that we have in our world, okay? So what our thoughts are frequencies. They're a vibration. And then with thoughts, we generate emotion. And then with emotions, we create a reaction or behavior. And with law of attraction, it works just like that. So if you have this limiting belief that money is not enough in your world, or the bills are too much and you don't have enough money, then what's going to happen is you're going to experience just that on a continuous flow. So if you believe money is energy and is constantly flowing into your life, then you're sending out that vibration, and the universe is going to match that vibration, and that's all you're going to experience. So the material world is energy, light, sound, frequency, vibration, and emotions and thoughts are vibration and energy. So the law of attraction is really simple. What you focus your mind on and what you participate emotionally in, you are creating a formula to manifest things. So the more positive the emotion is, it generates a higher vibrational frequency. The more negative emotions you participate in, it creates a more negative vibration, a lower frequency vibration, which events, things that you will start to materialize into your world. So in a way, you become a magnet, okay? Whatever your thoughts are, whatever the emotions you're having, you are becoming a magnet to experiencing more of those things that matches those frequencies you're participating in. So just a thought pattern exercise. We often go around saying, I want to, but. So a good way to reframe your thought patterns is basically say, I will, and so on. So if I want a car, but I have doubts that I can afford that car, or for some particular reason, I don't think I will qualify for that car. I want to buy that car, but I don't think I will qualify because my score is too low. So reframing that thought, you can say, I will get that car, visualizing yourself in that car, feeling yourself in that car, how it makes you feel while driving it, being in it. You can actually manifest that car being in your life. And I can say that for one, I wanted a Lexus, and I was like, I can't even afford a Lexus. One day I pushed my boundaries and I went down to a dealership and I sat in a Lexus and felt how it made me feel. And the next day I started generating a different thought pattern, reminding myself how it felt to sit in that car and how it looked sitting in that car. The next day I went down and got the car, okay? So you have the power to manifest whatever you want to experience. These are some manifesting exercises you can do. If you are going to work and your work parking lot is so busy, but you want that front parking spot next to that front door, manifest that. While you're driving to work, you can visualize you driving into that parking lot and that parking lot being empty for you to actually park in. Or you can actually manifest your day. If you know you're going to interact with somebody maybe toxic, you can actually manifest and visualize that interaction rather than having a negative interaction, having a positive interaction, okay? The prosperity game is basically is where you actually create like checks, like $300 checks, and you actually make a list of the things that you are going to spend that $300 on. Not giving it away, but actually purchasing items up to $300. And then you will actually build another check for $600 and so on. And that's the prosperity manifesting exercise. Or you can also create a vision board. A vision board looks like this, where you actually post pictures of all the things that you want to experience. And looking at these items on a daily basis and attaching a confident emotion of how it makes you feel will actually communicate to the universe that these are the things I want to experience, and the universe will place these things in your path. So vibration is basically key here. Energy is key. Being creative, focusing on your dreams, being like a child, having that butterfly effect, that excitement, okay? And then setting the intention, being present in the moment of visualizing what you want to experience and feeling those emotions. And then have the confidence that the universe is going to bring it to you. Some people will actually already behave in the manner that it's already there, so they don't even worry about it. Okay, so keys to manifesting, again, thoughts are energy and emotions are energy. So focus, you have the ability to control your thoughts and you have the ability to control your emotions. And those are your most powerful tools in manifesting. And that's it for law of attraction.
That's great. Thanks so much. Did you want to share a little bit more of your contact info or any other summary, anything? You're great.
Yeah, so here at Trilogy, we teach lots of classes and we offer so many psychic readings, tarot readings, psychic mediumship, Akashic record reading, and so on. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/trilogy.hyp.eld. You can find it in the chat section as well. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. That was great. Yeah, so I'm so thrilled. Everything's going smoothly tonight. Just a lot of different things I'm juggling with Lola not being here. All right. Okay, well, let's go through and do our practitioner introductions again. And then we're going to have, I think, 2 talks. Let me go back to my list. Yeah, so we'll have 2 talks, Kendara and Mandela. And I know, Wendella, you were surprised to have your talk. Like, I think we have time. So we're a little snug on time. If you don't want to do it, it's great. You don't have to. But, and Shannon shared about how law of attraction worked for her in the chat. That's great, Shannon. Yeah, so we'll have 1 or 2 talks, and then we're going to actually go into breakout rooms. So you'll have a chance to connect with different practitioners. You can stay in one breakout room the whole time, or you can jump around to different rooms. And I'll share a little of the technology of how all that works when we get there. So let's go through and do our introductions again, and maybe let's start at the bottom of the alphabet this time. So we'll have Wyatt, Wendella, and then Susie. So you've got about 30, 40 seconds. Go ahead and share about who you are and what you do. Wyatt is first.
About to talk without unmuting. Anyway, hi, I'm Wyatt. I'm a shamanism practitioner. Sacred Cycle Healing is who I'm with. Being a shamanic practitioner, I deal a lot with aligning the spiritual being, doing a lot of extractions, soul retrieval, soul remembering, compassionate depossession when it comes into play. Just a lot of things dealing with healing spiritual light and just helping you using ancient shamanic techniques to really begin your path of healing. I also do a lot of intuitive readings, connecting with the other world to bring in messages for you, specifically power retrievals and tarot readings. Yeah, so sacredcyclehealing.com.
That's great. Thanks so much, Wyatt. All right, we've got Wendella and then Susie and then Maria.
Hi, my name's Wendella. I'm a psychic medium. I always get stuck here. I do a lot of stuff. I give psychic readings. I give spirit sponsored messages. Um, always uplifting, always honest. And I'm offering readings during the fair for $35 for 30 minutes. Or you can get a code and get a mediumship reading booked on my website with the code. I'm horrible at this.
That's
Thank
great.
you so much.
You're doing great, and I'll just get you an extra few seconds. Do you want to just say a tiny little bit about what mediumship is for people that might not know?
So mediumship is basically, it's always going to be from spirit, through spirit, to spirit. So psychic energy is much lighter, spirit energy is much more dense. Mediumship, I'm kind of I come from the spiritualist background, so I believe in survival mediumship. I talk about the person who's passed or your loved one, but I'm not going to go on and on about their death. I'm going to talk about their life and what their life is now in the afterlife and what messages they have to bring for you. So that's a lot of, there's different kinds of mediumship. That's what I'm into.
That's great. Thanks so much, Mandela. I know since you're not giving a talk, it's great. You got a little bit extra time there. All right, great. So we've got Susie and then Maria and then myself.
Hi, I'm Susie Parker Goins with Blue Lightning Healing. I am a channel, so divine comes through and talks to you through me so that you can have a conversation, establish a relationship, carry your spirit guides with you after the session, and so you can continue to work with them on your own. I provide you with as many tools as are presented during a session so that you can continue on your own. Let's see, I'm also an energy healer, so I do Reiki, I work with crystals. I'm a past life healer, so we can either take you through to a regression so that you can observe the lifetime, or I can give you that information and you integrate the wisdom from that so you can learn the lesson and move forward. I also have a twice a week podcast that I upload at Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. And so Thursdays I'll drop something about what topic I'm going to work with this week. And then the following Monday is a meditation that's related to it. And this week we looked at empaths. And before that, I've done I've done all kinds of stuff. It's kind of fun. So you can reach me best through email. And I do have a special going on. I'll put it in the chat where it lists off this is the price for that. And I look forward to talking to y'all. And this is always such a lovely event with very wonderful readers. So thanks.
Thanks so much, Susie. All right, we've got Maria, myself, then Kendara, and then Jennifer. So Maria.
Hi, I'm Maria O'Malley, and I'm a spiritual, intuitive, and psychic medium. And I also mentor people who wish to develop their intuitive gifts. I have had circles for intuitive development, and currently for the summer, I am working individual to individual. And all my readings that I'm doing this summer are on a donation basis. So if you've wanted a reading and have had financial concerns, now's your time to give whatever you wish to give. I'll post my information in the chat. I'll also post links so that you can get more information on my mentoring programs and my appointment scheduling for scheduling. And also, if you want to schedule a free information call about mentoring, I'm happy to talk with you. Thank you for coming tonight.
Great, thanks so much, Maria. All right, my turn. Oh, I'm Lorelei Shamayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. So with my intuitive eye readings, I recognize lots of different traits in your eyes. One of the traits that I recognize are 7 talents. I describe each person as having 7 talents. Give you a simple, just a sample of what they're about. They're about love, inspiration and vision, communication, playfulness and fun and patterns, creativity, freedom, energy. There's something else I usually say, pleasure, efficiency and effectiveness, power, and knowledge, building knowledge and wisdom. So each person can be described with 3 of these, and these are directly connected to your purpose, and they come in an order. So there's one that's most important, most essentially true of you, but you grow through the others first before you get there. When I look at your eyes, I'm able to see this very quickly, and I teach others to read this too. Lorelei Shmayo, Intuitive Eye Readings, and my work starts at $2 a minute and goes to $1 a minute if you do a whole hour with me right now. Those are my 50% off prices. All right, unpin me, and then we go to Kendara, and then Jennifer, and then Galactic Ashley.
Hi, I'm Kendara, and I am having a moment of blankness. So let me think. I do tarot readings. I do belief shifting, where I help people find self-defeating behaviors and beliefs and replace them so they can manifest. And I do intuitive readings, and I do the I Ching. And I'm really happy to be here. Tonight I'm offering readings for $1 a minute, which is 30% off. And that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Kendara. We've got next Jennifer, Galactic Ashley, and then Gabi.
Hi, my name is Jennifer. I work with, I combine yoga therapy and Reiki to work with people that have had big or little trauma and or edges in their life where they need some big changes and they're ready for those changes. And I help you through that with assisted yoga, mindset shifting, and a lot of other really cool things. I give you tools to work with and sometimes even homework, which that can really add to the shift that your life is looking for if that's where you're at. I'm offering a $15 discount of my normal prices right now for anybody that shows up at the fairs here. So if you just, I'm at groundingyogatherapy.com, if you can find me there, or you can find me on Grounding Yoga Therapy on Facebook or Instagram. And if you message me on any of those and let me know you saw me here, then I will give you the discount. That's great. And if you have any questions, I also do a short 15-minute free example session to give you an idea of what it's like to see if we align. So thank you for being here, and I appreciate it. And by the way, no, this is not a trauma. I actually did not drink enough water. Now I'm a huge advocate for water and passed out. So I am now feeling a little uncomfortable with this, but you know, it's life and it happens. And so there you go. I am, so drink your water is what I say, because that got me where I'm at, and I don't wish anybody to have that, right? Yes, Laura, exactly. Big, huge lesson in the realm of lessons. So anyways, hope you have a good evening. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, we're all learning all the time. We've got Galactic Ashley, Gabi, and then Alicia, Trilogy.
Hi, I'm Galactic Ashley, and I channel divine guidance for star seeds, connecting them to their star families and galactic lineages. I use light language frequencies to work with your cosmic connections to facilitate high frequency healing transmissions and encoded activations. Tonight I am offering $25 off of 90-minute star sessions, and I'll post the code in the chat. But also a big awesome thing that's coming up is a 10-week light language activation and healing program, which starts in August, the beginning of August through October, where you will be able to incorporate light language into your current metaphysical or personal metaphysical practice. So either as a professional practitioner or for self-healing. So by the end of the course, you'll be able to speak your light language, sing, chant, sign it, dance it, write it, draw your light language. And so if any of you, I think I have a talk later about the galactic light energy drawings. So you guys will all be able to, you know, work with light language in the way that is unique to you. And so I'll post some more information about that. And if anybody wants to go into the breakout room and get your galactic groove on with me, I'm available. Thank you.
That's great. And Anissa is sharing that she's in your course and excited. It's great. All right, let's see. We've got, so Gabi, I'm sorry, I'm not pronouncing your name right. Alicia, this is Trilogy, and then Carolyn. Oh, yeah, Carolyn, great. So we've got Gabi next. Trilogy, are you there? And it's possible a practitioner has stepped out to do oh, there you are, you're there. Trilogy, you want to do your
I'm
intro?
here. Yes. I thought Gabby was next. I was like, oh. Okay. So.
Oh yeah, maybe I'm out of order. You're good. It's your turn.
Okay. So my name is Alicia. I'm with Trilogy, and we offer so many various services: tarot reading, Akashic record reading, psychic mediumship, tons of classes online and in person. But tonight we are offering tarot readings at $25 for 20 minutes. You can find us on Facebook, and you can find that in the chat section.
Okay, great. Thank you. And now, yes, let's go to Gabi now. Gabi, make sure you're unmuted.
All right, can you hear me now?
We can, but we can't see you. Do you want us to see you?
Here's
Great.
the video. Okay, hi. My name is Gabi Schöning. I do intuitive readings and energy shifts. I'm in Portland, Oregon, in that area. And my website is doortothelight.com. I work mostly by phone, so you can call me or text me. I'll put my information in the chat. My prices are 20% off for today. And I just wanted to say that the energies are super, super intense. So if anyone in your field is acting out, stay calm, don't take it personal. They cannot handle the intensity of the energy. It's not you. Okay, bye.
That's great, thank you. Exactly, Lola, like 1,300 homes being with no energy or no electricity, exactly. All right, let's see. So we've got Carolyn and then Brandy.
Okay, I'm Carolyn Osborne of Chiron Energy Medicine. I am an energy intuitive and I work with animals and with people. And the systems I am using, I use a consciousness-based healing system called Acunect that is based on Chinese medicine, 5-element theory. So it's like acupuncture without needles, and it balances you on all the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. And all I can say is the animals help it. It helps them with any trauma or emotional issues as well as physical issues. And also helping their people come up in touch with their issues, which very often the animals are picking up and taking on, especially nowadays. I'm also a certified medical intuitive. So again, for people and animals, I can look and see where issues are coming from, what your higher self has to say about what is the best course for you to take to help you with these issues, and an animal communicator as well. And I have 2 free mini courses on my website for you right now. That's at chironenergymedicine.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Carolyn. All right, Brandy.
My name is, oh, I have it, Brandy Roberts. I'm an oracle. I'm a psychic healer. I read sound vibration through, when you talk, I hear sort of numbers and then see them spin out and tell a story. But the easiest way to say that is I'm an oracle. And so I read you, and then I have a conversation with you and do Reiki or quantum energy healing for a mind, body, spirit sort of tune-up in a session. My sessions usually last about 30 minutes. They can go up to an hour, and I work by donation only. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Brandy. Okay, let's see. So we're going to be doing something a little different here. We're going to be going into breakout rooms, and so Kendara is actually not going to give her talk right now. She just went in to do a session. And I mentioned that, oh, let's see. So what I posted in the chat, so just let me read out my instructions. So you want to start thinking about what breakout room you're going to want to go into with which practitioner, and you can change it up and be in a few different rooms. There'll be a chance to ask questions. They might share a little bit more samples of their work, just learn more about who they are and how they practice, and they get to do whatever they want. They might give you a talk in the breakout room. It's totally up to them. And so I'm going to give you the list with the numbers in a moment. Oh, and let's say I couldn't navigate. It's a lot doing the admin all at one time. I'm discovering all of what Lola does behind the scenes. So I'm going to put in the chat in just a moment. Let me put in here first, so this is the talk that Wyatt's going to be giving. So he's going to be giving a 25-minute talk. So it'll be longer. And if he's open to it, you can go in and out of the room during that time. And by the way, I just wanted to mention, Sylvia raised your hand. If you have a question for the panel, just let me know in the chat and I'll put you on the list. So we'll be answering questions maybe later this hour, and definitely in the third hour we will. Let me go ahead and put the list in here of which practitioners will be in which rooms. And then if you can let me know in the chat which practitioner you want to be in, just let me know which room you want to be in. Then I will start putting people in rooms. Okay, so there's the list. So it's the number, and then underneath it is their name. Oh, you raised your hand by accident. No problem. Okay, great. So you got your name down. Okay, and let's see. Someone is wanting to get in touch with. Okay, Maria, there's someone that's wanting to get in touch with you for a session. And so I'm going to put their name to you right now in the chat so you can see who it is that's trying to reach you.
Okay. Yes, I'm just answering her now.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right, and people are starting to respond where they want to go. Okay, this is gonna just a wild journey here. Okay, let me think. Okay. So it's gonna take me a moment. I'm gonna start writing down what everyone wants to go. And by the way, let's see. So the way the breakout rooms are going to work, you'll get an invitation to go into a breakout room, and then you always can choose at the bottom right of your screen if you're on the computer, leave, and it'll give you two choices. Got to be careful with this. One of them is leave the meeting. You don't want to leave the meeting. Just say leave room, and it'll bounce you back into the main room. And then we can have conversation, and I can put you in another room. If you're in the room, practitioners, and you have a question, at the bottom of your screen, in the row at the bottom, there's a little, I don't remember if it's a little, what the signal is, but there's a place where you can ask a question. And so I'll get a notification in the main room that you have a question, and I can come in and answer it, hopefully. Oh yeah, and thank you for posting again where, what all the rooms are. Okay, great, let me see. All right. And then what I'll do is the people that haven't chosen a room, I might just give you a room and you can always come back out and go somewhere else. I just want to get an overview in places you want to go.
Lorelei, will it be easier for admin if I forward you if somebody messages me specifically to go into my room?
You can do that. If they've messaged you that they want to go in, you can send me a message too.
Okay.
Whoa. And Melissa, you gave me the name, but you didn't give me the number. I guess I can, I got it. Like, it's easier for me to find the numbers. Okay, yeah, thank you for posting the numbers again. Yes, someone asked. That's great. Okay. And actually, Wyatt, if you want to say a little bit about what your talk is, that might be great. This is a great opportunity to share a little bit of this space here.
Yeah, for sure. So the talk I'm going to be giving is a little bit longer. It's going to be about
we just lost you.
So I
there you are. You're back.
I just stopped talking. Anyway, so it's about connecting and walking consciously.
Okay, hold on one moment. I'll mute someone. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, it's about walking consciously on Mother Earth and how we can respect her and what it's like to really connect with her. And in doing so, I will also do a guided meditation / shamanic journey in which I will have my drum or rattle and we'll go through and feel what Mother Earth feels, and connect and get that information directly for what she is going to tell you and how you can really walk. consciously, or start that first step. So it'll be a great journey, great talk, and I'm really excited for it. I've been preparing for the past month. So
okay, great. Yeah, thanks. Okay, well, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and start. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to start putting some of you in some rooms. Oh, goodness. All right. I guess not quite yet. It'll just be another couple moments. You know, and I guess, let's see. So I know I want to be able to do something useful with our time. Maybe practitioners, if you want to just go around and each of you just bounce in and share just briefly again, maybe share your website or something like that and how people can connect with you on the web.
Okay, this is Maria. My website's mariaomalley.com. That's MARYAOMALLEY.com. And I can't remember how to go into a room.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to assign you. So you'll get a message on the screen and you'll be able to click that you want to go in.
All right. Thank you.
Another practitioner, jump in and share how people can find you on the web.
Sure. My name's Jennifer. I'm a yoga therapist, Reiki practitioner, and creating my own coaching program called Authentic Awareness Coaching, which combines the two elements. Groundingyogatherapy.com. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, or on the web. And I appreciate y'all being here. If anybody knows anybody that has depression or has had some big trauma and they're ready to work with it, I work with where they are at, honor all of their gifts and whatever they are ready to release and move through them. And so, yeah, there you go. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Lorelei, there's a bit of confusion on the numbers being above or below the name.
The number is above the name.
Ah, I thought it was below. My bad.
My name is Brandy Robert. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
My name's Brandy, and online you can find me actually on YouTube. I post shamanic, trance, dance, healing videos where I first discuss what I'm going to be doing frequency repatterning for, and then I send out the repatterning. And then I have some videos that are just discussions also, and that's just my name on YouTube.
And you can find me at bluelightninghealing.com. I also have a Facebook page by that name, and my podcasts are at anchor.fm at Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. You can also hit my email address. I think I might have put it in, and well, we'll figure it out. Thanks.
And I'm Carolyn. I am at Chiron, CHIRON, energymedicine.com. Also have a Facebook page, Chiron Energy Medicine. And I'm there to answer whatever you need answered. Thank you.
I'm Galactic Ashley. You can find me at galacticashley.com. I have a light language program coming up starting in August, and I specialize in helping anchor your cosmic connections into your soul's mission in this current lifetime. Thanks.
I'm Gabi Schöning. My website is doortothelight.com, and I have a newsletter that you can subscribe to if you like. Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, let's see. I've got some of you assigned and not everyone assigned. So I'm going to go ahead and open the rooms. And then those of you that are still left in the main room, I'll get you all assigned and move you over. Okay, everyone. So you've got, we have potentially like 25 minutes in the space. So, and if you want to come back into the main room, you can come back into the main room and we'll answer questions and do some things here too. All right, here you go. Let's see, and I can try to share who I don't know where you want to go. It looks like I've got Wesley, Alejandra, Destiny, Laura, Sandy, Jill, Shannon's iPhone, Natalie, Gloria, and Jasenia. So let's see. So we got a new person coming in too. So let's see. So do any of you, do you have a preference of, let's see, and I can post it again too, of where the rooms are. And yeah, so the person's.
I picked already. I picked number 7 for Brandy.
You did. I'm so sorry. It was just like a little crazy for me trying to track all this all by myself here. Normally I have an assistant doing this. Okay, so who said that?
I did.
Okay, Jasenia, Brandy. I think I wrote your name down, Jessica. My fault. All right.
It's okay.
And Brandy is in 7. Okay, great. There you go. Who else? To feel free and unmute, or you can paste and let me know. Okay, Jill wants to go to 11. Whoops, I put you in the wrong spot. Let me go move you. Jill, move to 11. Okay, there you go. Okay, Sylvia wants to go to 4. For some reason, I can't see Sylvia. Where are you? That is the strangest thing. All right, I can't find you right now. Okay, Tiana wants to go to 1. Why can I not see your names? Shannon. So Shannon. Okay, Shannon wants to go to Trilogy, who is 2. Okay, Shannon goes to 2. Tiana. Natalie. All right, Natalie goes to 4. Okay, great. All right, Wesley goes to 1. Okay, great. Keiko. Let's see, who else? All right. Okay, let's see. So we've got, well, you can all see who's left. Sylvia. Okay, there you are. I see you. I must have assigned you to another room, and somehow you haven't gone there yet. So let me look. Sylvia, 4. Okay. So I've assigned you to 4, and you haven't gone. Neither has. It's interesting. Sylvia, it says not. So somehow I've invited you there. Let me see if I can. I'm going to move you to a different room, and then I'll move you right back to 4, and hopefully you'll see the notifications come through. So I just put you in 5, but don't go there. Now I'm going to put you back in 4. So then you should have a notification to go to 4. Okay, great. And then let's see, who else is wanting to? Okay, Jean. Okay, Tiana, it's going to be the same thing where I've moved you somewhere and you haven't gone. I put you in 1. So I'm going to put you, Tiana wants to go to 1. So I'm going to move you to 2, but don't go there, and then you'll get another notification to go to 1. And then I'm going to move you back to 1. Okay, there you go. So you should have an invitation, Tiana, to go there. And then, yeah, so the rest of you that are here, if you want to, I'm happy to assign you to go somewhere. And Tracy Ann is just coming back in. And Kendara Laurel is coming back in. Okay, I need to get Kendara into her room. All right. Hey, everyone. All right, so we're doing breakout rooms. I'm just getting everyone in the breakout rooms. So Kendara, I'm going to go put you into breakout room 6.
Okay.
And then, so we'll see someone. And then Tracy Ann, if you want to choose where you're going to go, let me paste in the chat again where everyone is. You can see where you want to go. Oh, and I have a message from someone. Tiana didn't get the invite. Okay. Tiana, I'm wondering where it's going on your phone. That's probably what's happening. Yeah, so Tracy Ann, the numbers are above the name. So let me know where you want to go. Gloria. Okay, Gloria. There you go. Okay, let's see. So I've got Destiny, Sandy, Alejandra, Laura, and Tracy. If you want to go somewhere, let me know where you want to go. And Tiana, I'm attempting to, oh good, maybe Tiana got out. Okay. Hopefully Tiana made it to the room. Yes, great. Yeah, so if you know a place you want to go, you can either write it in the chat or just let me know. Okay, Tracy goes to 9. you go. Yeah, all right. Well, so those of you that are left, and by the way, I'm an option too. I guess you can stay in the main room and chat with me. But so all of you might be doing other things and just not want to go in a room, and that's great. That's fine too. I know for the recording, this isn't as exciting. Sorry about that, folks. Who's working with the starseeds? Oh, that's Galactic Ashley. And then the pets, it's one of our newer practitioners. It might be Carolyn. Let me go look. Yeah, Carolyn does medical intuition with animals and people, and Galactic Ashley does starseeds. So which one of those would you like? Starseed, and you can do one for a little while and then come back to the other, and come back and go to another one. That's fine. Oh, you didn't get an invite for 7. Okay, Destiny, let's go get you in 7. I'm so sorry. I've just been a little wild and crazy here. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so Sandy, okay, that sounds good. One, and then the other. Okay, great. So Sandy, so let's put you in, let's see, let me see where they each are. Okay, and where's Galactic Ashley's 4? I'll just give you to Galactic Ashley right now because she's only got one other person, okay? Great, and so Laura and Alejandra, it's up to you if you'd like to go to one of the rooms. Oh, yeah, great. Oh, so for those of you that happen to be watching the video, we're going to be doing this for another maybe 10 minutes or so. Yeah. So this is the MeWe Fair, which you've probably heard us share a little bit already if you're watching the video. We have about 2 fairs, 1 or 2 fairs a month right now during the summer here in the US. So usually attendance is not quite as high. We'll have more than that during the cool months again. We're doing things online. I usually have fairs in person too. We've had 2-day fairs now and as many as 70 practitioners gathered together. So here online, we usually only have about 15 or 16. I think we've got about 12 today. Maybe 11 today. Yeah, and me. Yeah, so 12. Well, Laura and Alejandra, if you want, I'm happy to share anything about your eyes if you'd like while you're here, or share a little about my eye readings. Totally don't have to, totally up to you. Maybe I will, just for entertainment, if people are watching the video, I'll just share some things about my O cards. So we get some visuals. So O cards are, they're from Europe. They've been around for a long time. They are used, I think initially they were used for group therapy, but I think they're great for intuition and for readings. So there are 2 decks, the larger cards and the smaller cards. And the larger cards have words, so all kinds of different words. And they're big and open because there are images that go in these cards. So these are examples of some of the images. And I love that these images are fairly androgynous and simple. You can focus on any image, any part of the image that you want to. Okay. And so the idea is that and so for group therapy, right, they're not shared in more of an intuitive way in that language. So the idea, you can use them however you want. And so the way I often do them, I love to do them with a group. It's great fun. I have people choose 3 of the large cards. Well, think of a question or a topic, choose 3 of the large cards and then 3 of the small cards. And I actually have the person come up with their own answers first or do their own readings first. So I have them, right, so they think the question or the topic, they go through the decks and they choose 3 cards, not looking at them, and then they turn them over. And I don't have orientation matter. And in answering their own question, so they take 3 cards, so like me, 3 word cards, right? So what do we have here? Is that boast and rigid and oh my goodness, I can't read it backwards. Strangers, okay. Yeah, boast and rigid and strangers. So they'd have 3 word cards and 3 images. So here we go. And I have no one in the group say anything about what the images are. Oh, we already saw that one, this one. And I have that person arrange, the images in the cards in some way that they can then tell a story. It's great, the O cards tell a story about their question. All right, so Jasenia.
So sorry. Would I be able
okay.
to go into is it my number 8, Myra? I think her name is Myra. I'm saying it wrong.
Oh, Maria.
Yeah, there you go. I'm
Maria.
like, I know I'm saying it wrong.
It's great. It's okay with all of our different names. Okay, let me go find where you are and I will move you. Yeah, 8, Maria. You got it. I'm just helping us share the space in here. So yeah, you're great. You didn't interrupt. All right, so let's see. Jogene and Lori and Alejandra. Is there anywhere that you want to go? Jasenia, did you get a little message on your screen about the next room?
No.
Let me go look. I did. I sent you a message to go to 8. Maybe on the very bottom of your screen. Is it on the bottom right? Where it says breakout rooms, somewhere at the bottom?
I see leave.
No, don't click leave. So click the 3 dots for more and see if it shows up on more on the bottom of your screen.
I don't see no 3 dots in the bottom.
Okay, I'm going to move you to another room and then move you back to 8. So we'll see how it shows up. So I'm going to move you to 7 and then I'm going to move you to 8. So somewhere there's going to be some signal where you should be able to move to. Oh goodness, well let's experiment with this with someone else so we can figure this out. So is there anyone else that wants to go to a different room? And I can post in the chat again. And I know a couple of you, I think, just joined. We're in breakout rooms right now having deeper conversations.
I see join breakout room on the bottom.
Yeah, just go ahead and do that. And that'll probably send you to the room where you got moved to. Great.
It says join 8. Yes, I got it.
All right, cool. So I just posted in the chat. These are all the different practitioners. And I'll post the link to the flyer of who everyone is and what they're doing. So you can see what they're, where is it? Here we go, the flyer. So you can see what everyone's modalities are. My assistant had the electricity go out in her house, so she is not with us today. All right. So yeah, anyone else that's joined the main room again, if there's another place you'd like to go, please go ahead and just put it in the chat or go ahead and put it in the chat or unmute and just tell me where you'd like to go. I can read off a little bit of what we're all doing. Oh, a message. What room is next? So it's totally up to you about where you want to go. So I pasted the list. I know, so it's just the people. You don't have all their offerings. Let me see. I'm going to post. Oh, but they're not in order. Sorry, this is a little bit of a journey of how to easily do this. So you all know where everyone's going. There's a link to the flyer, and I can read off what everyone does. Maybe that's going to be the easiest thing. So Brandy Roberts, and if you need to, you can just put their name in the chat, and I'll help figure out who it is. Brandy Roberts is doing psychic readings of mind, body, and spirit. Carolyn Osborne is doing medical intuition, animals and people, and energy healing. Alicia Trilogy is doing tarot and intuitive readings. Gabi Shunning is doing intuitive readings and energy shifts. Galactic Ashley is doing galactic energy activations and star family readings. Jennifer Spofford is doing grounded Reiki sessions. Kendara Laurel is doing tarot, I Ching, and intuitive readings. In theory, I'm doing eye readings, and I will do some of that in here after we get people moved around. Maria O'Malley is doing spiritual intuitive readings and messages. Susie Goins is doing past life insights. She's a channel medium. And Wendella Rhodes is doing psychic mediumship readings. And Wyatt Larson is giving a talk right now. He does shamanic sessions and intuitive readings, and the talk that he's giving is Heart of Gaia, Medicine for the Earth. All right, Maria. So let me get Lori into Maria's room. All right, Maria is an 8. Okay. Lori. I have to go find you from which room you're in before. Here we go. And you're getting moved to 8. There you go. And Jean is going to 8. Okay, anyone else? Is there anywhere you'd like to go? And if you want, you can unmute and you can ask me questions about eye readings too, although I'll need to see some eyes. So you'll have to either show me your video or send me a photo, and I'll just put my phone number here. So if you want to, I can share a little bit about your eyes too. We've got 12 practitioners that are here with us today in the MeWe Fair, and we're just doing our section on breakout rooms. So people are spending more time with practitioners and having a chance to do a deeper dive and learning about them and what they do. Yeah, so if anyone wants me to share a little about your eyes or just about the eye readings that I do, or you want to go in a breakout room, just let me know. All right, we've got more people coming in too. Hi, Lena. Thanks so much for joining us. We are in the MeWe Fair, and we're doing breakout rooms with practitioners right now. We've got 12 practitioners that are here today, and 11 of them are in breakout rooms at the moment.
I see. On my computer, I can't turn on a camera, and I didn't realize that I could unmute. I just unmuted myself so you could hear me.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, so let's see. So Paula wants to go in room 8. I'm just going to move Paula around just a moment, and I'll put some information in the chat so you can see more of who's here. Oh, Paula. Where did you go? There we go. Room 8. Okay, great. Oh, yeah, there you are. Okay, you should have just gotten an invitation to room 8. Okay, great. Yeah, so Lena, so let's see. Okay, let's get you links. So you're on your phone, so I don't know if it'll be so easy to see this, and I can read some information to you also. There's a link that might open up a browser on your phone. Those are all the practitioners that are with us today. So if you know where you want to go, I can tell you what room, and I can read them off to you too. Just let me know what would be supportive of you.
Oh, thank you. So I'm gotta adjust my thinking because I wasn't expecting this. So
yeah, and we're gonna come back into the main room, and we'll be all together again shortly. We've got about like 5-ish minutes left in the breakout rooms.
Well then I don't need to go in a breakout.
Do you want me to just put you in with someone, like a random someone, and you'll get to explore?
Just put me random.
Okay, great. All right, let's see. I'm gonna give you Brandy right now, so that'll be a wild ride. Okay, Lena.
All right.
Going into 7. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there you are. You should have gotten an invitation.
I got it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, so Keiko, Laura, and Alejandra, if you want to go in any of the rooms, please let me know. Or if you want me to share a little about your eyes or about my eye readings, I'm happy to do that too. Great. Maybe I'll just finish up from what I was sharing earlier about O cards. So these are maybe different cards, but so I have the person do their own readings first, where they choose what image goes in which card, and they line them all up. And they basically do their own reading. So they tell a story about, they answer their question, and they say why having the words and the images together, how it gives them an answer to whatever their question or topic was. And then if they're willing, I have them already share what their question or topic is, so everyone else in the group can be thinking about it. And then I let other people rearrange the images and the words and give readings to that person. So what did they see? And with people that know each other, like a group of friends at a party or something like that, it's a great way that they can share advice with each other because they know so much more of the backstory. It's a way they can share that they haven't had a chance to do. So, and it's a great way to practice and grow your intuition because these cards don't need any history. You don't have to know anything to use them. Hey, Destiny, is there another room that you would like to go in?
Hello. I'd actually like to stay here and listen to you, if that's possible.
Yeah, sure. That's great. That's fine. Let's see. I was just sharing a little about O cards just to like share the space a little bit. Would you like to know a little about my eye readings, or what would you like to know?
Yeah, about your eye readings. That's actually what like I wanted to talk to you about or listen to you about.
Okay, great. Well, I see your photo here. So can I share a little about you from what I see in your photo? Or do you want to do you want to hear just about my readings in general, or what would you like to know?
Whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm open to everything.
Okay, great. Well, let's see. So I mentioned earlier there are 7 talents that I read in people, and each person has 3. So 2 of your talents are going to be priest or priestess, and then scholar. So priest or priestess is about emotions. They see not only what's here, they see what's possible. They like to inspire and motivate people to stretch and reach for what's possible. They use emotions to pull people forward. They can sense if everything's emotionally aligned and in integrity, or if something's like wobbly and off. Does all that make sense to you, that that's one of them?
Yeah, and so does scholar, actually.
Great. And so with the priest priestess, you might have it second in your order of 3. And so what that means is that, well, you want to make a positive difference in the world, you turn a lot of it inwards and you say, oh, I need to grow, I need to be better, I need to do more, and that you're harder on yourself than you are other people. Is that true? Yeah, it's great. And then scholar, so it's just like what it sounds like. It's about absorbing information and connecting it together in a map to create deeper meaning. So priest and scholar together, typically they love learning about things that are about authenticity, emotional, like psychological health, but also they love teaching and sharing with people because they see the big picture and the details. Priest is the big picture and then scholar's all the details.
That is 100% me.
Yeah, so all that from a photo, and that's just one trait. Those are the talents. It's the most important trait, but yeah, it's just one thing. And then I also look at a person's pacing or rhythm, how we make decisions, how we communicate, what motivates us. And your motivation is very similar to your other traits. It's about growth and expansion. So you try new things, explore new things, like moving to a new city is not as big a deal to you. That all make sense?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Hey, Wendella.
Hey, by the by, I'm probably going to take off. It's very slow.
Oh.
I was going to tell you might start a poll. Do a poll.
Well, I was going to probably I need to invite people to come back to give people a message to start coming back now too.
No, I meant before the fairs. You can actually put up a poll like if there's a practitioner so you might be forearmed with who they might want to go into rooms with.
So like I could give them.
There's a poll option. Like if you look at you're going to have to add it to your host account. If you go in there.
I think I might have it in there, but I didn't know I could give like lots of different options. I see.
Yeah, you can ask questions like, any questions and what kind of answer, so they can only answer one answer, or you can leave it open for them to answer any answer.
Okay.
If that made sense. I said answer way too many times.
It's okay.
All right.
I think I get it.
You guys have a great night.
Thanks so much. All right. Sweet.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, let's see, Keiko. That is a question. I'm not quite sure exactly what you're referring to because I don't.
Oh, okay. It's called hearing impaired scam, and it's targeting small business people, and it is very tricky. And if you look up that on internet, and then we are all we can be targeted. Anyone in this psychic or reading or healing people, they can be targeted. So just to know ahead. So if you actually get this inquiry from hearing impaired person, they know what to look if it's true or not.
Okay, great. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for warning. I know there are various ones that will get, popular that flow through a lot of people at one time.
Okay.
All right, great. All right, everyone's coming back. I hope you all had a good time in the breakout rooms. We can chat for a moment about what the experience was like. Sorry, was someone saying something?
I really enjoyed the breakout room. It was a lot of fun. We had some good conversation, got to meet each other, And I like that. When I participated on the panel before, we hadn't done that. So I enjoyed it.
Great,
I
great.
hope you do too.
Yeah, so we've only done it a couple of times now. I think we did it once for the pop coaching panel and once for the fair. I'm going to leave the rooms open because Wyatt's in the middle of a talk, so I'll let Wyatt keep going, but I'm going to encourage everyone else to come back. Okay, great. All right, well, let's see. So we're going to be able to, well, I guess, yeah, so practitioners, anything you want to share about the experience, or people that are attendees, just anything you want to share about that experience of being in the breakout rooms? Yeah. Just if anyone wants to jump in, our practitioners are mostly still in their breakout rooms. So yeah, Maria, you and I and Carolyn, Kendara, we'll get to share more. People don't come back. Yeah.
I actually wish we had more time in the breakout rooms, to be honest.
Yes.
I think we should have, like, if you do another like rounds of another day, I think you should have just more time with it so that we can get to more people.
I think maybe what we'll do is we'll plan a separate event that's a different type of fair where maybe we primarily do breakout rooms. Maybe we'll do just introductions and we'll do breakouts and let people just bounce back and forth. And maybe I'll do a recording of the first bit of the introductions, like we did a little of that in the earlier, and then people that come in later, they can watch the recording to see who we are and where they might want to go. So it's great. Thank you. I appreciate
that's a good idea.
Yeah, the discovery of like how to do this. Great fun. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for joining us. You just joined the MeWe Fair. We're all coming back from breakout rooms. Maybe let me put a little bit of the general information in the text for everyone as our practitioners are coming back in. And I know we've got we'll do some general introductions again, and then we'll have some talks that we'll go into. Maybe we just have one more talk left, I think. So we're going to have a talk coming up in a bit. Oh, no, two. We have two talks. One from Galactic Ashley and one from Brandy coming up. They'll be Experience the Power and Purpose of Galactic Light Energy Drawings and Narcissism. Brandy's going to give a talk on narcissism. I'm very excited about that. It's one of my favorite topics. Okay, great. The timing worked better for people. Okay, good. Really glad. All right, and we're going to do our introductions in a moment. Oh yeah, I was going to get some things, to paste some things in here. Okay, great. And then here's a flyer with all of the practitioners' info on it. So you can see all of who's here, and many of us are coming right back in. All right, let's go ahead and do our practitioner introductions again. Get up to the top and we'll see who's here. Okay, great, most of us are here. All right, so let's have, so just your 30-second introductions again. Let's have Brandy, Carolyn, and then Alicia, Trilogy. Gonna learn how to listen to your name. Are you back yet? I almost can't see. All right, well, let's go Brandy, Carolyn, and then Gabi if Alicia's not back.
My name is Brandy Roberts, and I'm an oracle. I channel wisdom from you, from guides, from spirits, the ether. And I'm a Reiki master, and I work by donation only. I just got done working with 4 different people, so my energy's a little out there. But basically, I get out of my way, and I just get into whatever it is that you need when we're in session. So whatever your body tells me and whatever your energy says is what we do. And I work with mind, body, spirit alignments in one session, and by donation only. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Brandy. All right, and I think Carolyn, or actually Carolyn already gave your introductions for today. Let's see, is Trilogy back? So let's go Gabi and then Galactic Ashley if she's back. Jennifer. Gabi, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Go
Hi.
ahead.
I'm Gabi Schöning. I do intuitive readings and energy shifts. My website is doortothelight.com, and it's good to be here with all of you.
Lorelai, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh, you can't hear me. All right. I think Galactic Ashley is back.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, I think I'm next.
Yeah, sorry. And then Jennifer.
That's okay. I'm Galactic Ashley, and I channel divine guidance for star seeds, connecting them to their star families and galactic lineages. I primarily work with light language frequencies to work with your cosmic connections. Tonight, I'm offering 10% discount code off of my 10-week light language activation and healing program. So go ahead and drop me a line and we can talk about that more. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Galactic Ashley. Okay, let's see. We've got Jennifer and then Kendara.
Hi, my name's Jennifer. I'm a yoga therapist and a Reiki practitioner, and I use both of those healing modalities to combine to make authentic awareness coaching as well. I help you move through, integrate, and find a happier, more open place to live from by releasing your traumas, your depression, or anxiety out of your body, and like I said, bring you to a more fantastic, exuberant place to live. You can find me on groundingyogatherapy.com or Grounding Yoga Therapy on Instagram or Facebook. And I'm offering $15 off individual sessions, or doing a big program right now for $900 for 10 sessions. I'm looking for 7 people to do that. So anybody that's interested, please contact me here as well. Yeah, and welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. We've got Kendara, then Maria, and then Susie.
Hi, I'm Kendara, and I'm from Denver, and I do tarot readings and I Ching and intuitive, and I love to help people find self-defeating behaviors, often starting in childhood and releasing them. And I'm offering sessions for $1 a minute, and I will continue to honor that for a month. I'll put my contact info in the chat room, and thank you. That's
Great,
it.
thanks. We've got Maria and then Wyatt, I think.
Hi, I'm Maria O'Malley, and I am a spiritual intuitive and psychic medium. And I also mentor people who are interested in developing their intuitive gifts and exploring that further. My website is mariaomalley.com. That's MARYAOMALLEY.com. And my information is in the chat, so if you just scroll up, you'll find it. I have a link there if you'd like to schedule with me. I've gotten some messages too. I'm going to get back to a couple people by phone tonight. And I'm happy to be here and happy to answer your questions. If you're just interested in what mentoring is about, you can schedule a free appointment with me with that link I put in the chat.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Maria and then Wyatt. Looks like a couple people are still in breakout rooms. Oh, Susie may be coming back in. Okay, great. Wyatt, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Wyatt. I'm a shamanism practitioner with sacred cycle healing. I'm based out of Eugene, Oregon, but I can do long distance healing sessions. I basically deal a lot with the spirit and helping you realign through ancient shamanic techniques like extraction, soul retrieval, soul remembering, compassionate depossession when it comes to it, and power retrieval. I also do a lot of ancestral work and messages that come through from the other side from them, and tarot readings and whatnot. So yeah, thank you.
Great, thank you. And then Susie, I think you're back. Do your 30-second introduction.
Oh, my intro? Okay, hi. I'm Susie Goins. I'm with Blue Lightning Healing. I am a channel, so divine comes through to talk to you through me. We give you tools and techniques to do so that you can carry on your own afterwards. I'm also a past life explorer and healer. I have a podcast at anchor.fm called Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. And I lost my notes, so I'm like, okay. So this is so cool, this break room stuff, this breakout room. That was so very fun. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, we got great
Yeah.
feedback. So we're going to create a new event where all we do are breakout rooms. We'll do some practitioner introductions in the beginning, and we'll record it and post it so that people can immediately go watch it when they join the room later, join the fair later.
That's cool.
And then we'll just do breakout rooms. So yeah.
Well done. Well
We're
done.
inventing.
So thanks.
All right, let's see. And we've actually still got a practitioner in breakout rooms that I assume must be doing a session at this point. All right, great. So when we may be able to do that, we may be able to always have sessions going on in breakout rooms. So just like learning new things. Wendella has skipped out, but she is the one that showed me how I can do all those things. So thank you so much, Wendella. All right, great. Let's see. So we have a couple of talks that are planned. And let's see who's back. I think it's Galactic Ashley, and then Brandy's going to do one. So who wants to go first? Galactic Ashley, Brandy. Galactic Ashley.
I can.
You want to? Okay. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sure. Then we'll do Galactic Ashley right before we do the intuitive panel. Go ahead.
Okay. So I actually, I don't really have a prepared talk because I want to talk about narcissism, and I'm going to sort of feel out and I'm going to open myself up to feel out. So I'm going to start to channel the best way to describe for the audience present the type of few weeks that I've had. And that is, I started getting calls heavily from people in situations where they were the victim. And they could recognize there was a problem, but they couldn't recognize that they had a choice. And here's what I want you to understand. When we are victims of behaviors that start when we're really, really young, that mold us into thinking that we have to please somebody in order to be safe, we develop a tendency to navigate our lives sidestepping our personal truth for the patterning and pacification of everyone else, however great or small that could be or may be. You know, we may get up in the morning and decide that we're going to walk on eggshells all day trying to prepare the perfect meal, the perfect placemat on the table, the perfect everything for those things so that we can just be safe and not have to deal with anything. But the thing is that's not living. That's really just the mechanics of surviving in an environment that is not healthy. And we call that contentment. But it's narcissistic abuse tendencies, meaning that you're the victim of, and you're not able to demonstrate solidarity in situations. And this has been very prevalent these past few weeks. So I wanted to bring it up because, you know, I literally had a woman call me and say, and I've been working with her for a while, and I lost touch with her for a bit. It's because the person she was with, after she was hospitalized with a medical ailment, when she got back and needed service and support, he took her keys, he took her cell phone, he didn't take care of her. She thought she was going to die. And then she negotiated freedom by signing over a house to him. See, she had to be presentable to get to the bank to do so. And then she called me and she said, "You're going to be so proud of me. I have found myself." I said, "Honey, you negotiated freedom. That's not the same thing." You know, I'm really passionate about what I do, helping people stand on their own 2 feet, recognize the situations that they're in. And I don't allow people to lie to themselves and tell themselves they have overcome when they haven't. And it's real important that everybody out there know, almost every one of us up here on this panel are energy workers, energy practitioners. There are things buried in your psyche that make you react to do things that you just wouldn't ordinarily do. There are things in your psyche that make you think, you know, I'm not worth getting that cup of coffee in the morning, but I sure can go make it for everybody else in the family and make sure that I prepare it in the exact way. And okay, somebody here has an issue with OCD and setting tables. But what I'm saying is, you know, you don't have to do those things. You have a voice, you have a say, and there is a lot of support out there. There is a lot of support out there. Do you know, I worked all day on the 4th of July, and about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I had to start telling people, you know, I'm going to go be with my family for a couple of hours. I'll get back to you later. I really worked all day. And do you know what finally hit me? The word Independence Day. Vibrationally, that tells us we are in dependence. You know, how can we feel free if the words by even themselves tell us that we are in dependence to something else, right? I mean, I study that stuff, so that's separate. But what I want to say is, it's been a hard time. People are being cooped up together, and people. I just want you to know there's help. I just want you to know that there's help. There are people up here who are ready to talk to you, and that you don't have to go through things alone. And that it is really hard to detect the ways that we develop behaviors around being a victim of narcissism. You really can have a life that you want to have. It really is available to you. It's out there. It's just masked right now. For those of you I'm talking to, it's just masked right now behind the things, the words that other people have said to you about you that stuck. Anyway, I appreciate your time. Lorelei, I appreciate the platform. Thank you. Blessings.
Thanks, Brandy. You're so welcome. Yeah, narcissism is a great big thing. Great big lesson for so many of us. All right. Well, we've got another talk. We've got Galactic Ashley, who's going to share about the power and purpose of galactic light energy, and I probably need to make you a co-host. So let me go figure that out right now. Okay, great. Galactic Ashley, you are a co-host. All right, so go ahead. You are all set. I can't hear you.
Okay. I know, I'm set. I swear, I'm like, I had all these windows open. And then 6 minutes. Okay. So we're gonna do a quick experience of what light language is and a short, super speedy meditation. But first, I just want to talk for a second about what light language is, and that basically it is one of our most powerful healing tools that is embedded with within each and every one of us. We all have access to this. This is not just reserved for the special few. Light language is a living field of energy that is continually broadcasting encoded transmissions of energy patterns, activations, crystalline DNA codes, high frequency healing and energy upgrades, and that you can use on yourself. And once an image is out, or even if it's vocal and it's out and it's in your space, it can be continually working with you. And I call it medicine created by you, specifically for you, and it's completely energy efficient for you to use with yourself. So we will look at this drawing that I was guided to show you. Will help with, well, it will help you. I don't want to tell you what it is because you already know. And share the screen. Share screen. Oh, that one. Okay. So if everybody wants to take a deep breath in and imagine that your heart field is expanding. Tonight we will work with this dragon consciousness that helps to facilitate pretty much all of my sessions and channeling. So they provide a beautiful container for us. So I invite all of your soul's guidance system in, and imagine that your heart is expanding and that we are sitting in the center of the new earth, the earth that already is, was, and will be, the earth that is already healed, not the earth that you see in your quote unquote reality, but the one that you know exists, and the true earth. And allow yourselves to align with this space and to reach out to the giant crystalline structures that exist within the center of her heart, and breathe and breathe and expand, and allow your spinal cord to open so that you can bring in these frequencies into you, into your spinal cord, and align with your own divine home frequency, the frequency that is you, that is based on your soul, all of the aspects that you have ever lived and existed as and exist as. And we will stay with the heart field today and allow your heart energy to wrap itself around you and give yourself love, for the divine mother force exists within all of you and supports you. If you want to think of anything in your life where you are feeling resistance or doubt or struggle or having difficulty with discernment or decisive decision makings, it is time for you to activate your faith in yourself and to have fierce self-love and compassion, for we are going through polarities, times of polarities, and it is within you to navigate these times in a state of flow. Anyay alahanyala unyay alahanyala humanyala hash alahashangun yalahana alahashan yala unga lashinya hata hata alahala uman yalahan yalahana yala womaman yala womaman yalahana kwa alahashat yala anda inala hasha uman yala handa kwa alahashan yala an Inna shapua ya lahanya la unyala anna allahanya la kanna awai ala wamamanya la anna shunyala inyala humya indoi inyaya huai ando We just want to leave you with one last message, that as you open to receive the divine guidance that is within you, you will remember that in each and every moment, you know the exact decision to make, and that the power is within you to choose. And this is the most important thing about your ascension process, is to activate your power of choice and your willingness to choose to the best of your ability in every moment with the information that you are able to access. And you can, and you will do your best, and this is all that is ever asked. And if you have a loving and open heart, you will be always aligned with who and what you are. And we are grateful to be here at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love you, I love you, I love you. So thank you. I have a light language course coming up, which if you will be able to do that, the written version, all versions, because it is within you and everybody will be activated. The goal is that you will be able to do all of this and incorporate it into your daily life. And if you are a metaphysical practitioner, you will also be able to use this to support your own metaphysical practice, art practice, or whatever it is that is within you. So thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Galactic Ashley. All right, let's see, we have some practitioners that are in sessions, and we've got a bit of time here. See, we might be able to answer 4 more questions for our intuitive panel. And I should say too, I put in the chat some information. It's not too high up. There's a flyer where you can see all the contact information for all the practitioners. Please consider doing sessions with the practitioners, either now during the next half hour, or get a session to do maybe next week. Supporting our practitioners with doing sessions is what has us continue to do our events. So thank you so much for your support. And then also we have a drawing for a free 30-minute session with a practitioner of your choice. The link is right there in the chat. I'll put it in here right now again at the bottom. So before you leave or right after you leave, if you could fill that out, that would really support us too. We'll put you on our email lists if you get entered into the drawing, and so you'll get to hear about all the different things that we're doing. All right, let's see. So we've got questions from Tiana, Laura, Gloria, and Sandy. And when I checked a few minutes ago, they were all here. Oh yeah, I gotta unhost you. Let me do that. All right, you are unhosted, so you can raise your hand. All right, let's see. So Tiana, did you want to jump in and share your question yourself?
Sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, great. I had applied for a job about a month and a half ago, and I really thought Spirit was telling me this is where I was supposed to work, but I haven't heard back from this job, and I don't know. I thought this is where I was supposed to be, and I was being clearly led, but I'm not sure now if I heard them wrong, if this is the job for me, or if I have to go through a different avenue, or even when they're going to contact me over this position. Do you have does anybody have any insight on if this is where I'm supposed to be at and when I'll find a full-time job?
Okay, great.
Thank you.
All right, so practitioners, go ahead and share. Let's see, Galactic Ashley, I thought I unhosted you. Yeah, I did. You should be all set. Yeah, who has answers? So it looks like Maria and Wyatt. So Maria, go ahead.
Hi, Tiana. Am I saying your name correctly?
Yes, thank you.
What are the initials of the company that you applied at?
It starts with a P as in Paul. That's not the name, but P.
Yes, okay, P. All right, well, when you were speaking, I got really good vibes about it. It just, felt really good. But then all of a sudden, as you continue talking, it's like, like a hand went up, or brakes went on or something at the company. So I don't feel that you were imagining these things in the interview. I think there's some kind of block, and it doesn't really have to do with you. It has, something about the company. And it's just hard to feel into the energy past that.
I haven't had an interview yet, but a friend turned in my resume to her boss and to HR.
Yeah, that felt really good.
Okay.
That part of it.
I heard that there may be, I heard from what I believe is my spirit said there may be a delay, but keep on it, that it will be where you're going to be. And they showed me this picture of me even moving to training in a foreign country, and then coming back to this country, but being very successful at this position. And I thought, well, maybe there's just a delay, but it doesn't seem, I'm confused if just the corona has thrown them off, or if I'm not supposed to be there.
I think it's the corona or some other situation having to do with the economics of business and timing. Not that it's not a good place for you or whatever. And it isn't like they know exactly what they're going to do next. I think that's how you can't penetrate lead, like x-ray won't go through lead. That's what it feels like. But I also heard to just keep up, like the avenue that you went through with your friend and her boss, that feels really good. And that's still there. That's still open, and it feels like really good energy there. So I would just, not give up, and just keep feeling into that connection and maintain communication with that avenue.
Okay.
And hopefully it may even help sort of break that log jam or that block that's going on in the company itself.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Maria.
thank
You're welcome.
you.
I know, so we've got Gabi that wants to, or sorry, Wyatt, and then Gabi wants to share, and I have a little bit I can share too. Wyatt, go ahead.
Hi, Tiana.
Hey, Wyatt.
Okay, so what direction? Choose a direction. North, south, east, west.
Oh, what direction is the company? Is that what you're asking?
No, like choose a random direction. I just pulled a card from the wind. You're another.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. North, south, east, or west.
So I say, I always love north.
North. Okay. So what's really interesting is I pulled from my wind bag Oya, who is a Yoruba wind goddess. She's the wind goddess of transformation. I cut through delusion. It's really interesting as I'm reading this because there's so many wind goddesses. I'm not going to remember them all.
By the way, you're cutting out slightly, Wyatt. I'm either going to have to mute Tiana while you're talking, or is there any way you can get a little louder by your microphone?
I can mute.
That's great, thanks. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Okay, am I okay?
Yeah, I think it works. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so Oya, like I said, card of transformation, wind of transformation. What's really interesting is this says women in business can summon her strength to help them succeed in the marketplace. So if this is somewhere that you are wanting to really, really work, I would recommend summoning Oya. But in the north, so north deals with communication and with spirituality. You're moving into a place of spiritual awareness, and it's the hard, cold north wind is coming from the northern depths. You are going through, from what I'm understanding and getting from this card, you're going through a deep spiritual transformation right now. You're feeling the winds. This business, like I get a positive feeling from it, but I also am not thinking it's the right one at this moment, just because you're going through such a deep spiritual change. Like it's really just telling you to be patient with yourself and to beckon to Oya to guide you, to help you transform, to be ready for what is going to be coming in. If that makes sense.
Yes, that does make sense. Thank you. You were breaking up a little bit, but I think I really got the essence of what you were saying. And is the spiritual change, is it a new awakening, or is it a deeper awakening, or is it just, like a new gift is coming in and that's the direction I'm going to go with my job? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm really feeling it's possibly a new gift. Something very deep is working itself out. Like a seed that's been deeply planted is finally reaching the surface.
Oh, okay. I understand. Thank you. I believe I do.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, Gabi, go ahead.
All right. Tiana, I just have a little tidbit. I felt like that the job was not happening the way you would expect, like it went away, but then in a roundabout way, it's coming back to you, like a surprise.
Oh.
So it's not happening, but then it's happening in a different way. And maybe after a little delay. That's all.
Thank you, Gabby. I really appreciate it.
All the
I
best.
can kind of understand what you're saying is that it'll come back, but it'll be totally different than if I would have gone to work with them a month and a half ago.
Well, maybe if you expected, it would happen by August 1st, it's not gonna happen, but you know, it might come around, and then suddenly September, yeah, you get a green light.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
these are just examples. These are not specific dates that I got.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, great. I'll share a tiny bit too. So, and I'm doing a lot of hiring work right now. So I'm a recruiter, part of my work, and I use my intuitive eye readings in my recruiting. So your energy feels very easy as you share. I tend to be, I'm biased personally, just a little bit more towards action. And when I coach people on online dating in particular, I recommend that they write to more people so that they don't get fixated and attached on one thing. For me, that can end up blocking the energy. So I'm wondering if you're taking any other actions towards any other positions, or if you're only here for, kind of present with this one.
Well, as they say, my eggs are all in one basket, and I'm really, I thought I was listening to my guides saying that this is where I was supposed to be, because they showed me this huge picture on how big this is going to get and how big with this company it's going to be. So I've been waiting for this opportunity to grow, to
That's
start.
great. Wasn't it an advertised position, or how did you hear about it? I know you said your friend took in your application.
No, it was just talking to a friend, and she said, you have a lot of skill set that we need at the company. And she just kind of said, why don't I take your resume and give it to my boss and HR?
Yeah, it's great. So have you checked back in with your friend?
Yes, she said she resent my application and contacted her boss again after a month, just on this week.
It's great. And then did you write any sort of cover letter that you could take in with your resume?
I only wrote it, no, I only wrote a letter to email to her as I sent that.
So that would be the next thing. So if you don't hear anything in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I would write a really passionate cover letter, and it can be informed with whatever she feels comfortable having you share, but of why you think you might be a good fit. Because usually the personal connection and them feeling your energy more than your resume might be the thing that makes a difference. And then I coach people in resumes, and I have a class. I'll post it in the chat for everybody. Yours may be in great shape, but just all these little things can make a big difference. So yeah,
great.
your energy feels aligned. So yeah, these are just things. Sometimes just taking action in other places too can loosen up the energy, even if you're not wanting to go somewhere in particular, the places that you're applying. Yeah, great. Thanks so much for your question. It's really great. I'm so glad that you shared. There's so much there that I can feel in addition to what you had initially written. It's great.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so I'll go get that link. Meanwhile, we're going to go on to Laura's question. All right, Laura, I can't remember. Someone wanted me to share it. Laura, you might have been the person that wanted me to read it for you. And I'm going to see if you say anything. So maybe if you could, Laura, if you could just share in the chat that you're listening so we know that you're going to be able to hear our answers, that would be great. If you don't want to come up and share. And I know you might be on a phone or something. So Laura, can you hear us? Are you listening? Okay, you're listening. Okay, great. And you wanted me to read it, I think. Okay, so Laura asked, well, the very simple is, when will I get income and find true love? And she shared she's been doing a lot of energy healing from TBI and trauma. She started her BA in the fall. And she met me a while ago after some head injury. Had a second head injury. Just graduated in June. So must have graduated from a 2-year degree, I guess. Oh, wrong Laura? Oh, it's a different Laura. Oh no, okay. So maybe the Laura that asked this question is not here. Okay, sorry Laura, whoever you were, it's gone. Okay, thank you Laura for clarifying. All right, that was Laura. We will hold that to the side. All right, Gloria and Sandy, and then we also have Destiny maybe has a question too. All right, so Gloria, is this really you? Did you want to come ask your question? Gloria, can you hear us? I want to just get some sense that you can hear us and hear our answers, and you're welcome to come. Oh yes, you are. You're welcome to unmute and share the question yourself. People can feel your energy then too. That's great. And you can put on your video if you want. It's totally up to you. And I'm saying everyone just keep in mind, right, this is recorded too, so it's going to be published.
Excuse me?
Oh.
That question that you just read, that was my question, not Laura.
Oh, it was listed under Laura. Okay, so let's see. Who is this? This is Shannon?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Somehow I got this all mixed up here. All right, Shannon. All right, so you're here. You're in line. Yeah, and you said So did you want to share anything else about your question?
No, I think I spelt it out right.
Okay, so yeah, when will you get income? When will you find true love? All right.
And it was all the school stuff.
Yeah, so maybe 2 or 3 practitioners if you want to share. And then we'll get to you, Gloria. Yeah, anyone that wants to share with Shannon. Yeah, I guess maybe I'll share just a little bit, Shannon, while we're waiting to see if anyone else wants to share. It just seems like when you were growing up, someone really didn't see you and didn't honor you. And there's a big wound in your heart that you're still carrying. And it just seems that it's led to some of the things that were difficult and challenging for you. Self-love and self-appreciation seems super important to me for you in moving through different things. So I look at like, how do you care for yourself right now? How do you take care of yourself? And it might be in really small ways. Yeah, so self-love. What are some, since you're chatting with us, what are some things that you do for yourself right now?
Right now, I'm trying to learn how to eat healthier. I'm trying to work on a plant-based diet. And I recently got to get a house remodel. After I was homeless, I saved up and bought my own house. And I just got my house remodeled. So I'm finally able to use my bathtub.
Oh, how wonderful. Oops, excuse me.
What's happening? Yeah, not quite sure what happened, but yeah, Shannon, the few things that you shared, that's great. I think the things that you're doing to care for yourself, those seem really lovely. And you want to look at, yeah, so small everyday things. So you were talking about a bathtub, so maybe like taking baths, it sounds like is one of them. Yeah, and it sounds like Brandy has something to share. So Brandy, go ahead.
So just something in your energy from that last comment, and you know, the thing is if you want to draw to you that best relationship, you really have to stand solid on your own and know what you want to come in. And you're going through a lot of changes, reaching milestones, overturning leaves or whatever. And there's a big part of you that really needs to feel that. You know, you really need to feel that on your own. And you need to, pardon me, it could be beneficial for you to take a look at some of the things that you do and love yourself a little bit more, forgive yourself a lot more, right? Because we are our own worst critic. When really there's no judgment. If we could just forgive ourselves of everything, there wouldn't be any issues, right? So for relationships specifically, because I heard that as part of your question, the minute you know that you're worth having that perfect knight in shining armor, whatever that other person looks like, they'll show up. But you've got to believe it in order for that vibrationally perfect matching person to show up. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And I like that you said that you have a bath, but I'm talking about soul love. Like, look yourself in the eye and tell yourself you love you. Even if you don't do anything else, you don't even have to brush your teeth, whatever. Just look yourself in the eye and say, I love you. And I know you're worth it. Don't even say I forgive you, because that indicates you've done something wrong. Just say, I love you. And like, do that several times a day for a week and really let your soul hear you. Let your soul know that you love yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks so much, Brandy. Thanks for your question, Shannon. Sorry, I got the names all mixed up. Yeah, all right. Well, we're going to jump ahead so we get a little bit for everybody that's in line. So Gloria is next. And looks like Gloria is not able to unmute. And Gloria is here and listening. So maybe just say a little bit for Gloria. It says, so it's just, Gloria just asked, does the panel have any input on what they are seeing for me? And you can see a few strange characters that Gloria was able to type. So if you want to feel Gloria's energy from her name and her message. Yeah, what do we see for Gloria? So if anyone has something.
Okay, where did I go? Let's go.
Kandara, did you have something?
Yeah, actually I do.
Go ahead.
I'm just getting an employment, a new job of some kind. That's coming through so strongly for you. And they're saying a new way of looking at things. And once you do that, because of all the work that you've been doing on yourself, it's almost going to be there for you. And it's something that you may have heard of before, but like, oh, that sounds like something I'd like to do. But just allow yourself to be guided, and it feels like a really good change for you. I'm getting about I don't know if it's 3 months. I don't think it's 3 years. I don't think it's 3 days. But I do see a change in employment for you. So I hope that helps. That's what I got.
Thanks, Kandara. Anyone else want to share with Gloria? Anyone else had anything come through for Gloria? All right. Okay. So something else may show up while we're here. All right, great. Let's see. So we've got Sandy, Destiny, and then Laura, and then maybe Keiko if we have time. We're seeing what we can fit in here. All right. So Sandy's got a long question. Let's see if I can pull out the essence of Sandy's question. So Sandy hadn't gone to a metaphysical fair since '85. And Sandy, if you want to unmute too, so we know I think you spoke earlier.
I'm here.
Yeah, so
Can
you're
you hear
thrilled
me?
thrilled that you found us. Do you want to paraphrase your question really briefly, or do you want me to look?
Okay, it's been a long time since I've been to a metaphysical fair. I just wanted to let you guys know that this is my first time with you guys. Basically, my question is if there's something that anybody would like to add in about what's going on with my life and how I can help myself better. And also, I have a kitty that is a dragon in kitty form. And I'm concerned because he seems to be, I don't know, acting more weird than he normally does. And I'm almost afraid that he may be falling ill, and I'm not quite sure what I can do to help him, but I want to support him as much as he supports me. That's what I was told, that he reincarnated into kitty form to give me energy and to help support me through some very difficult times in the last couple of years. I was evacuated by the campfire, and now I'm isolated in my house with COVID. I didn't have it, but I'm a senior, and so everybody keeps telling me to take care of myself and stay home. So, like I said, he seems to be exhibiting.
Yes, Sandy, I just wanted to help you be brief because we don't have a lot of time. So are you
Okay.
particularly interested in, you sent messages for you or about what's happening with your kitty?
Either or.
Okay, great.
If anybody has anything to add, it's always welcome.
Yeah, Carolyn, go ahead.
Hi, Sandy. This is Carolyn. The animals right now are carrying a big load, emotional load, as well as we are from this whole COVID experience. And it sounds to me like your kitty cat is getting a little overwhelmed and a little stressed from, first of all, your energies and also the energies around in the world.
Okay.
They carry our energies and they are helping us. As you were saying, you mentioned that
Yes.
she's there to help you. And one of the best things you can do right now is to help yourself as much, to help relieve some of that stress and anxiety so that your
Right.
cat is not having to carry it all by itself.
Right.
Okay. And then any, ground your kitty cat. If you can ask your cat to ground a lot more to
Okay.
help release any energies, also that will help them to let go of all these energies, because it's getting very heavy and overwhelming for a lot of the animals right now.
Right. Okay. I'll keep working with him. I mean, I'm trying to support him as much as I can. He's the one that works with me most. We have 2 other cats. They work with my husband. This guy though he came into my life to be with me.
Let's see if any of the other practitioners have anything else they want to share. Yeah, and Carolyn, if you had something else to say too, I just want to give anyone else an opportunity. Okay, Galactic Ashley, Brandy, and Jennifer, go ahead. Be brief, please. Go ahead.
The dragon part of the question is what interested me the most. So one, I don't know if the cat has had previous health issues before, but a lot of times we will incarnate with with our pets in multiple lifetimes, and we will feel very strong bonds with them. And we have existed with them as other creatures and beings and other planets and in this planet. So sometimes we have this overwhelming desire to be a guardian of them and a good caretaker. If you can release yourself from the expectation of what you're supposed to be doing and just know that I'm getting a sense that the cat is actually a very high vibrational being, like you said, a dragon that has incarnated into a small cat form. So from personal experience, my dog is very similar. She's small. She channels with me all the time. She's also a channel and we work together. And so this can be very normal, but also remember that they have incarnated into a physical body, and sometimes they also have to go through a physical experience, and they are also bringing very high vibrational energies into a small body, which can be difficult. So what I was getting is to have you ask healing guides and the beings that you already work with, whether you're aware of them or not, to come in and to help align and relieve some of the physical pain from the cat, because animals also go through quote unquote ascension symptoms too, and we're all going through a transition. So if anybody's feeling physical pain right now, a lot of that is because our physical body is trying to adapt to all of the energy that's coming to this planet now, which are sort of quote unquote new frequencies.
Right, right. Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you. All right, we've got Brandy and then Jennifer.
Actually, Galactic Ashley pretty much said pretty much what, in different words, what I was going to say, and that is that the cat is is supporting too. I almost feel like you're heavily invested in the cat's reaction. So like not dependent, maybe I want to say dependent, that could be, but you're heavily dependent on.
I'm invested in how he's reacting right now, because I'm worried that I'm not seeing something that I should be seeing, that I should support him in a different way, that I should get him to the vet. It doesn't seem like he's sick, but
so one of the
intuitively and feeling wise, I'm feeling like he's just not quite up to par. He's been through a lot in the last year and a half
so
between
Sandy, I beg your
the
pardon.
camp. Mhm.
If I could just ask you a clarifying question, are you really asking if your cat is sick?
No,
Okay, so
I don't believe he is. I just not quite sure how to support him more than I am.
because you mentioned going to the vet, so and you mentioned, I think in your post, something about fleas, so I'm really trying to clarify if we're talking
Well, I know
spiritual or physical.
he does have fleas right now. He is uncomfortable with them. We got to go get his flea treatment, and that will help the physical discomfort. He just seems to be. He just has a heaviness to his the emotional state that we share.
So okay, so two things. One, he could benefit from a trip to the vet, just to be sure, right?
Okay.
And two, when our guides are giving us message, including through animals messages, if we miss them, they'll come back around. So we don't have to. Often we spend a lot of time. I've done this myself. Going, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss a thing. But it can be real beneficial to remember that, we're not late. We're not missing the boat. We're not, going to get left behind. And so messages, spiritual messages through animals too, they'll come back around. So maybe that could take some of the pressure off of you for the over observing of, if that helps.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Galactic Ashley just wrote in the chat, divine timing and divine order. Okay, Jennifer, go ahead.
Just had a quick thought for you as well as taking care of yourself in the deepest way possible. Your animal will feel that. Your cat will notice a difference. So, maybe even, not spend as much time with them every once in a while. Not that you don't need to, but separate yourself and allow yourself to feel your own energy and take care of you, and then take care of your animal, because then you'll really be taking care of your animal. It's kind of like an extension of yourself when you have family, is take care of you first, put your life best on first kind of idea. Maybe one of us could help you with that if that's needed, but tuning into yourself to see what some of your self-care needs are. Maybe there's something that you're not doing that you just don't realize would help you. Taking extra quiet time or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, it's great. I had a hit about self-care too, so I just want to resonate that. Yeah. All right, great. Well, let's see. So we're going to do a couple different things right now. So I'm going to just say some things about closing this up so that the practitioners, if they want to, can leave. And then if a few of us want to stay, we have questions from Destiny, Laura, and Keiko. And so we might give brief answers to those, any practitioners that want to stay. So thank you everyone for coming. I put a link in the chat about filling out the feedback form if you want to get entered into a drawing for a free 30-minute session with one of us of your choice. And then I also put the link to the flyer so you can see all of our contact info. And if you want, you can do work with each of us. Our discounts usually are available for the next few days. You sign up and let us know that you were here at the fair. We have more fairs coming up. We have Sunday, August 9 in the afternoon and Saturday, September 12 in the evening. And if there's interest, we'll have more events. And I think I've also got a panel on animals coming up. Let's see, I should know when this is. I think it's next Tuesday. And then we have, actually, I should tell you what these other panels are. These are great, exciting panels that we have coming up. And practitioners, I still have a little bit of space for them if you'd like to join in. I'll get this in just a moment. They are, so we have a panel where we're answering questions from the audience on animals, animal communication and guides on July 14, and then July 17, we have The Modern Witch, Reclaiming Power and Wildness. And then July 25, we have Letting Go, Releasing What's No Longer of Service. So we have, we answer questions on a theme. We'll answer questions on anything, but could be we'll answer questions on anything, but we'll have focus on the theme. in some of our shares. Let's see. And a couple people are writing to me too. I'll write messages back in a moment. So thank you, practitioners, so much for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being part of this community and holding the space. I hear the breakout rooms worked really well. I will probably schedule another fair sometime between now and the August 9, where we're going to do are breakout rooms. We'll do introductions in the beginning, and I'll have a recording that people can listen to, and then we'll do breakout rooms and have people come in breakout rooms. And it's up to you, practitioners, what you do in the breakout rooms. If you charge, if it's free, like, it's totally up to you. And all right, great. Let's see. And I know, Sylvia, you've written me a message. I'll get back to you again in a moment about that. Yeah, so practitioners, if you want to stay, we will be answering questions from the people that stay here that are in line, Destiny, Laura, and Keiko. So thank you so much, Tanya, Tiana, Shannon, Gloria, and Sandy, for asking great questions and giving us an opportunity to share. All right. Destiny. All right, Destiny, if you want to jump in and ask your question, feel free to do that.
Hi, I just have a quick question. I already spoke to Brandy about this and got her wonderful input on it, and she gave me some advice, but I thought I'd open it up to everyone else as well, just because, you know, scholar, like to grab in all that information. I feel like right now I'm going through an awakening of sorts, and I was just wondering if there was any tips or guides on how to further pinpoint my gifts and tap into them and fully develop, you know what I mean? I know that's going to take some time, but, you know, just any information that could help me along that journey.
Yeah, it's great. And she's got her photo up too, everyone. So if you switch to, you can pin her photo, click on her photo of the 3 dots, and you can pin it so you can see her better. And I shared a little bit too when we were doing the breakout rooms. So yeah, Destiny, if that wasn't clear what I shared earlier, those things are directly connected to your purpose. And so being able to express those in your work and having people in your life that really appreciate those things about you, where you can share more of those things, that's important.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, we've got Kendara wants to share. Go ahead, Kendara.
Destiny, first thing I'm supposed to ask you is, how much do you meditate?
I try to meditate every night. I've been trying to meditate every night for the past week and a half. Before then it was like once a week, once every 2 weeks, but I've been trying to get more disciplined in my meditation practice.
Okay, and do you like the way you do? Is it a way that works for you that's pretty doable? Or is it something that's like, whoa?
I don't know. I just kind of sit there and try to, you know, observe my thoughts, and sometimes I listen to little guided meditations on YouTube or something like that, but nothing too profound.
Let me give you a really quick way to do it, because I'm being told to tell you that if you could do it 15 minutes a day, it will open you up and give you all the answers you need.
Okay.
And keep a pen and paper next to you, and you can start channeling the information you get. It'll be really cool. You might just get pictures, you might get images, but the thing is, so if you just close your eyes and put your tongue lightly on the roof of your mouth where your teeth and soft palate meet, that increases your intuition because it stimulates your pineal gland. And just imagine roots growing out of your feet to ground you, and breathe in through your nose for a count of 5 and hold it, and breathe out. And as you silently breathe out, just say breathing. In fact, if you send me your email, I'll send you a really cool handout on meditation. You can just put it in the chat room.
Oh, thank you so much.
That'll really help you. The meditation, prime stuff. Do that. You don't have to do anything else.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I just want to say one thing to piggyback off of Kendara is I also got a automatic writing type of hit. So I'm going to add on to the energy of that. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. Really good book called Writing in the Divine by somebody I don't know. But if you look up Writing in the Divine, you'll get the answer. And it's a really good book on automatic writing. It'll help you a lot. I'll see if I can find it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
It's by Sarah Weissman.
Thank you. Yeah, really good book. Excellent.
Okay, great. Anyone else wants to share with Destiny? Oh, Brandy, go ahead.
I wanted to say one other thing. You know, you've already used and demonstrated your innate abilities and gifts. And the best way that you can uncover them is, well, one is energy work to get the blocks out of your way to be your authentic you, but through memory. So when you recall a memory from childhood, happy or sad or anger or whatever, if you have the courage to sit through the whole thing, ask your guides to show you something in it that you've missed, and observe all aspects of it, because a lot of the memories that we have, we keep them and store them for a reason, and they're not usually to remind us of trauma. They're usually to remind us, hey, you were demonstrating something in your abilities, your innate abilities in this moment. Take a look at how that played out in your life, what that tells you. And I'll be brief, but I'll just share something really quick. And Galactic Ashley reminded me, I actually know that I can do automatic writing, because when I was in the 7th grade, I had a school teacher grab my arm and yell at me and ask me why I wrote in my textbook. When I went back to that memory, I thought I was going to find out why he was yelling at me and grabbing my arm. What I didn't know I was going to find out is that I had the ability to do automatic writing, because it was my writing in the book, but I had no recollection. So go back and view your memories too, and sit through them and see what it is that you might miss once you get the emotion out of it and really look at the data.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you so much for your question and great answers. All right, let's go on to Laura's question. All right, correct, Laura. You gave me a question. Do you want to come in and share it yourself? Laura, just watching to make sure that you can hear. Oh, okay. Yeah, Laura, are you there? Can you hear us? Laura, okay, no, I haven't heard from you yet in the chat. So Laura, we'll go into Keiko if we can't hear you. Oh, okay, great. Laura, no, that's Keiko. All right. All right, let's go into Keiko's question right now. Oh, Laura, can I read it? Okay, Laura's there. She asked if I could read it. Okay, let's do Laura's first. Laura said, how can we cope with so many people in our lives having totally different ways of responding to and thinking about the pandemic? Yeah, so how can we cope with so many people in our lives having totally different ways of responding to and thinking about the pandemic? Yeah, looks like Brandy, is your hand up again, or was it up from before?
I just put it up.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You can answer.
Okay. So, you know, I'm a big believer in we draw to us what we expect to receive. So, how do I want to say this? For energy, everybody's going to have their fear. The best thing to do is, if you don't want to, is just don't engage, because it's going to be everywhere. People, you know, my 2 cents is, it doesn't make sense to me, you know. And I know, you know, my son, okay, so my son's in the military, and his unit had a couple of cases, and so he had to get tested, right? And I'm living with him right now. So it's like, you know, I could have been fearful, but I wasn't, because how you view your situation depends on the energy that you put into it. If you're afraid you're going to get it, then you're going to have that fear. If you just want to dispel everybody else's fear, it's not our place. So we send love and light. I'm trying to feel through the energy in the exact way for this, because right, it's okay for everybody to have their own opinion about what's happening. Where we tend to create mountains out of molehills is when we decide that we can pacify everybody's opinion. And for me, I think it's just too much of a touchy subject, because depending on what state you live in, you know, when I was in California, there were some curfews for a while, and all sorts of requirements on a mask. Then I go through, you know, a couple of other states, and I get to Texas, and Texas doesn't even care until, you know, last week, and then suddenly now it's mandatory. So it's like the flavor changes, the essence changes, almost from city to city, but definitely from state to state. So I think what I'm saying is no judgment is best, because we don't know. And if we're going to engage in trying to help people through, then we're engaging in something that is really growing into something. I don't know how to say this. I think the best way is to diffuse it. Did that make sense? It was kind of all around there, but I think the best way is to not engage and you know, best possible outcome. I don't know if that made sense.
Dan, you got some feedback. Yes, it is making sense.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Great. Galactic Ashley wants to share something. Go ahead.
I will keep this short. I just want to say that it feels like and this is like a kind of a more collective response, but what we're really being challenged with at this time is to really look at what it actually means to allow another soul to be on their journey. And what's happening is that even through these beliefs in what the mask is doing or isn't doing, and how mask Nazism, a term that they were using actually in Portland, we all have permission to be mask Nazis and basically like yell at another person for wearing one or not wearing one. So what's happening is some people are really feeling empowered by this and being very controlling with it. And so I personally wear one if it makes the other person feel more comfortable, or if I have to wear it to go into the store. And I watch. And if somebody has a very specific question to me and they want help on what they should maybe do, then I will get involved. But this is really about how much faith do you have in yourself, in the energy, like what Brandy was talking about what your beliefs are and where they are and what you need to do. Because it's more, some people might not need to wear a mask and some people might. And if you want to look at COVID at a soul level, some people's energy systems aren't going to get it because they'll actually demagnetize the virus from them. But some people, their souls are also, while they might be very high vibrational and wouldn't get it, they might get it because their soul has chosen to take it for their family. So there's no really right or wrong answer about what COVID is or isn't, but it's affecting all of us on a number of levels. And there's a lot of things that we need to pay attention to. But this is very much something that is being outwardly expressed in the world about where you are on your path and being able to witness the path of others.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else have anything else to share with that for Laura? Okay, those are great answers. Oh, and Susie is coming back in too. All right. Well, thank you so much for your question. All right, we're going to go on to Keiko's question. All right, Keiko. Thanks everyone, practitioners, for staying. This is great. So we get a few more questions in.
Thank you for staying. I'm having a little worried kind of. I'm a healer too, and recently I had this text asking for the bunch of healing session, and it's a lot of kind of money involved, and it was turned out to be a fraudulent. I caught it before I actually get victims, so I had a lot of protection. I guess the guide was watching over me, and then it really helped me so that I could figure out. Anyway, so then right after that, my phone got weird, and then anyway, so I use my iPhone for my business, and so I called Apple Tech Support. And they couldn't figure out, so they sent it to someone higher up, advanced technique, customer service or something, someone who's more knowledgeable about the iPhones. And this lady, she's been helping me, but every time we do, I don't know, she gradually disappeared. Even my problem is not fixed. And I found out my phone was attached under the setting. There was another computer was connected to my phone, so that is not good. And it says desktop, and the only person who was connected was this advanced Apple Care customer service person. And she said she will come back. We made appointment, but she never did, and I don't have her contact. And so anyway, I found out under my setting, this unknown desktop was connected, so I deleted, changed my password and stuff. But I'm wondering if I'm just been getting paranoid that this person, this Apple support person, is being honest, or she's up to no good. You know what I'm talking about? Do you understand?
And how did you reach out to the support person initially?
Through the Apple Care. So she works there. Yeah, but she just she just didn't show up, and then I still have a problem with certain thing, but more I'm worried. So I start getting a little bit worried that she did not contact me, and then her computer was connected to my iPhone. So it's like, and I start looking up my photos, and then there was a document about my social security number in it. So it's like, oh my gosh. Then because I was, because of initial experience that this hearing impaired person was trying to take advantage and trying to steal my money from my bank account, which I caught in time, but it is right after that. And then I have a little bit nervousness, I hope I'm just thinking too much, but it's just with this COVID thing, and then all the Apple Care people works from their home. There's no supervision, I guess. So I don't know.
Yeah. Great. Well, by the way, I had someone supposedly from Apple attempt to hack into me when I got my new computer earlier on this year, and I got scared, and I didn't give them information, and I went right into the Apple store. The store was open, and it wasn't actually Apple, so I had something weird like that happening. But if you reached out to them directly you went through Apple to reach out to make the appointment?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I waited like an hour just waiting to get someone, but yeah, that's what I did.
All right, well, let's see. Any other practitioners have a thing they want to share first? And there might be some things I share too. And by the way, Keiko's been a practitioner at our fairs too. So, all right, Brandy. Yeah, go ahead, Brandy.
So, I'm a little different. I work with energy. You're going to get what it is that you're looking for. So I believe that if you have a distrust of people, then it's going to present in some way. And that this might be a very gentle way to help you take a look at how you think about the processes that you go through. Because right now we're manifesting really rapidly. We're very powerful beings, especially, light workers, especially ones who spend time, staying pure, right? But when we stop at the doorstop of trust of other people who are in service to us, right? Like service workers, or, like Apple in service to you for technology that you need support of, we've got to trust that we're guided to use the right, to call at the right time, to reach the right person, to do the right thing for us. We don't have to trust all of Apple. We don't have to trust every person, but what we can trust is ourselves to know, oh, you know what, I'm going to call now and get service, and maybe now's the time to do this. When we're in the flow, that's how it works. But when we start to micromanage and control and worry and overconsume with the worry, we're going to have to find something, because that's how energy works. So the best way that I can get, and I'm trying to look right in your eye, but now I'm going to look down here because I'm losing my thought. But the best way that I can maybe guide you is to trust, because right now it's what vibration we're holding. We want to rise up. We want to get somewhere. What we don't want is a lot of hassle on the way. So let's not think about the hassle, and let's just not even go there, right? Take that off our plate, and just rest assured that when you walk your walk and you're in the flow, that you'll just be guided when to do what, and you won't have to worry about anything. The time is now to eliminate the worry from our plate. And if it makes you feel better, I actually brought my computer back from needing a new screen, and I had another user on there too. And there was no data in it. I took it to somebody, a friend of mine, and there was no data there, but they did create like a dummy account. I don't know if this is the same. So, I wasn't worried, but I had somebody look at it. I didn't take it to the extent of, oh my God, they're checking my accounts. Oh my God, they're stealing my data, right? I didn't do that. but I went, huh, why is this here? Different energy in that.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Brandy. All right, great. We've got Susie in line and then Galactic Ashley.
Hey, Keiko, how are you? So I understand that feeling of what else might have happened, but I want to point out that you have done the things that you needed to do. You've protected your data. You've talked to them. You've had that, you did have that extra desktop removed, that other attachment removed from it. So I do feel it is up to you to decide whether you're going to take it to somebody else, as far as, this is what happened to my laptop, this is what happened to my phone, that somebody took advantage of it, or are you going to go and find somebody to actually help with that problem? I would say, yes, this person did not have good intent at heart, but you caught it. So rather than thinking it's just going to be like, you'll find somebody else in your house or whatever, it's not going to be that, but you are taking the steps you need to keep that. I see that as healers, we have to walk both sides. We have to walk that balance of, yeah, I'm in 3D right now because I have to pay for my house, but I'm also in 5D and going along with the flow. Sometimes it's kind of dodgy, that we get to do it. So you're taking proper precautions, and I commend you on that. You still need your phone fixed, so that's going to need to be readdressed. But I don't think anything else will happen because you have done those things you need to stop it. Does that make sense?
Yes, I do. I actually, I realized at night when I was checking. So at the time, there were few hours between that I realized. But do you sense? Did you say you sense that this person was in bad intention?
I think they had a little bit. Okay, so I think they were trying to get away with something, which is why they didn't show up. Whether they actually made it happen, I don't think they did. They might have set it up, but then, oh gosh, I have to go see Keiko again. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? You caught them before it became a big deal. Okay, so you're doing what you need to. We still need to get your phone fixed. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I know. Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. Well, okay. Thank you so much. Yes.
You're so welcome.
Great. I know Galactic Ashley had something to share too.
Yeah, just really quick, and I think I understand. I think I understand what's going on. So you said that there was like a healer. There was some healing text thing that you were responding to, and that's when all this started. Okay,
yeah,
so
that's how it started.
Yeah, so what I got from that was that what you did is you actually, in that moment, and then if it was just left there, it would have been good, is that you actually just had like it's like an energy swirl from a past lifetime that you closed and fully healed a past lifetime, where you had a guru / healing experience where you gave your power away. And so what I was getting is that if you celebrate the fact that you caught that, like, oh, this isn't real, and celebrate that, and then let that go. And then with the Apple thing, I'm not one of those people that I'm like, oh my God, Mercury's in retrograde. And when Mercury's in retrograde, it's usually just showing us where we need to heal in our own communication. I don't know what planet it is in or what's going on, but this one was especially a weird one, because I'm normally not really affected by it, but it was also showing me like, look, Ashley, you need to fix all these communication things in your life right now, like with my business and stuff. So what I'm getting is just to follow up with Apple to get your phone fixed and set the intention that you connect with a person. Like sometimes I will just be like, please send me somebody that's going to help me do this, especially if it's like a fearful conversation that I'm going to have, like I have to talk to like a loan person about my student loans. Like ask for somebody that actually cares about humans. And then just you use the word paranoid, and anytime we're working with something that's fear, I lived abroad for a long time in really not a lot of safe places. And so vigilance is okay, and it's called empowered discernment. And I think you're using it. So rather than being fearful, just be vigilant about things. And like Susie and Brandy said, you already took care of it, and it's done, and it's awesome. And I feel like what's happening with all of this is that in this strange way, you're actually healing your energy field, but through these pseudo physical expressions. But there's like this clump is all connected, so it's kind of, it's a good thing.
Thank you.
That's great. And part of the theme that's coming up for me too, and everyone's share also, is to trust yourself. The reason why you ended up blocking the first one is you trusted yourself, you stopped. And so if you sense there really is something, it sounds like there's something with your phone that's not quite right, I go with Susie. And it's, so what is your sense of what's here to do with your phone? You know?
Again, to help me to reset my phone, I guess. It's, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, or buy a new phone. And today I actually squished my iPhone between my car door. So it cracked actually. So it's like, is it a message? Maybe I should get a new phone so I don't have to worry about it. But about paranoia and stuff, I felt, I have a feeling that this is also like kind of like test for me to trust the guide, and then trust, that I'm being I've been guided and protected, and things happen for a reason, and there's a lesson always. And I can worry so many things, from weird stuff, but, just stop and trust. That is my lesson, I think. And also, do what I can do to prevent. And yeah, so like Brandy, Susie, and Galactica, all of your advice, actually, I had it all in here, but still I have to learn to trust more.
And then Kendara has something too, and I think she was nodding her head a lot when you were.
I'm just kind of coattailing on what other people have been saying. Give yourself credit because you found it out, and that's the universe or God or spirit saying you're being protected. And the phone symbolizes communication, so you might just look at it in that way.
Right. Yeah, I have to ask. Yeah, like Galactica said, and Kendra, I need help. Please help me. Give me a hand or hint or something. I should ask more.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you.
And you probably have lessons saying no in general also. And so as part of the messages of really listening to yourself and being clear that when something's not right for you, no, and to honor that and to trust that.
Right, yes. I got really excited with this big offer, the hearing impaired person contacted me for session, like bunch of sessions. And I figured out, the person wants to use credit card to pay for it. Like she's very eager to pay, before the session. So what do I lose, right? But then turn out if it's stolen credit card, and if they make a payment like $1,000, and then later she said, I want to cancel, so I have to refund the money, right? Then later turned out to be a stolen credit card. I have to reimburse another $1,000. So that's how they do the scam. Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of scams were going through email, and now all kinds of offers are coming through text. So it unfortunately makes sense that now the scams are coming through text. Oh yeah.
That's so naive.
I've been getting a bunch of
no
junks. I've been getting a bunch of junk the last few days also, where I think they're attempting to get through something. It just felt that way. So different approach. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you're totally on the right track.
Thank you.
All right.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. I know practitioners stayed an extra half hour, and I'm glad that we got more answers to the questions that were here. So thank you, everyone. Again, we've got our next events coming up in August and September, and we're going to plan a special one later in July where we will just do breakout rooms. So stay tuned for that. We're at mewefairs.com, MEWEFAIRS.com. Thanks again.